And hello there, howdy campers! Welcome to TPK Roleplay. It's me, Sir Heckalot, and I'm here again with the TPK Coven for yet another thrilling adventure. We are here tonight with a new face to the Coven and a new face to a TPK stream as a whole, which is exciting. Here we are, and I cannot wait to introduce them. But I do have a little bit of announcements, a little bit of stuff to go through before we do that. So, as chat has very astutely figured out already, our chat point things are still active and do kind of the same thing. Plus twos and advantages are helpful, and minus twos and disadvantages are not helpful. So do with that what you will. We will be playing Camp Flying Moose, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse system made by the lovely Alicia Furness, and I cannot wait to showcase it with these lovely peeps. But first, we gotta introduce them, so we're gonna go around the horn. Players, if you will introduce yourself and the character that you're playing, maybe tell us a little about them. Let's start with Vermin.
Hi everybody, I'm Vermin. I'm going to be playing Jill tonight. Jill is like your golden retriever friend slash football player. She's just like so excited to be here at camp and like be in the cabin with her cabin mates. Oh, it's going to be the best summer ever.
I'm Mixtures Khan. I'm the new face, and I'm playing Daisy. Z are extremely shy and mostly just want to go back to crafts and reading books. And I'm sure that Z'll have a very normal time doing that, and that's what we'll do tonight.
Hi everyone, I'm Luke Locke, and tonight I am playing Isla. This is her first year at camp, so she's very excited. And she loves reading and making friends and building forts. And I think over to Lauren.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Robin. Today I'm going to be playing Katie. It's also her first year at camp as well. She's very nervous but excited to join and make new friends. She loves all things sporty, being outdoors, going on adventures. So she's looking forward to seeing what friends she can make and what adventures they'll be up to.
And that leaves me. I am Corndog McGraw. I'm playing Ash. No stranger to camp, but a stranger to Camp Flying Moose because she used to go to theater camp, and now she's at an outdoor camp, and she's not particularly enthused about that. She prefers costumes and sing-alongs to ghost stories and playing in mud. So we'll see how she copes with this summer at Camp Flying Moose.
We will see. And once again, I am Sir Heckalot. I will be your camp counselor for tonight. One more thing before we start. I forgot one of the announcements. The good and bad table effects are still active, where a 500-bit donation will be a beneficial thing to help the party, and a 1,000-bit donation will be detrimental. And a super fun thing, if you're feeling jazzy, 2,000 bits will cause a random encounter. Of note, Camp Flying Moose is a family-friendly system. There is not combat in the system, so keep that in mind before donating for a random encounter. Just as a big disclaimer there for all of our wonderful chat's expectations. Let's see if I can speak English before I give this introduction. But let's get into it, guys. Camp is back, baby! Everyone is finally back together with a few new faces here and there. The nights are growing warm, the ropes course is ready to go, the supplies are stocked, and the surroundings are as mystical as ever. After a long bus ride, you all get off of the rather stuffy camp bus and are met with the entrance archway to the camp, still boasting the same old wooden letters that read Camp Flying Moose, some of which is a very new sight to all of you. Some of you are noticing the towering trees and the even more towering Mount Upright in the far background of this landscape. Standing on the other side of this archway is Millie, the proprietor. She has rather dark umber brown skin and tightly coiled short hair. To look at her, you suspect her to be around her late 40s. Those of you that are older to the camp know that she's almost always looked the same age for as long as you remember, at least. She's wearing her usual outfit, a plaid shirt, some jeans, and her typical red bandana around her neck. Slinking from behind one of those posts of the archway is a fox that those of you, again, that are not new to camp would know she calls Bijou. She breaks her normal kind of stern, resting face to give you all a smile. Says, "They're finally here, Bijou. Let's greet them, shall we?" And that is where you all exit the bus and grab your bags. Would you all like to introduce how you are walking in the camp?
We want to start in overlay order
Sure.
again, or
That's totally fine. Whatever you guys would be comfortable with.
Con, you go first.
Well, I'm just gonna be in the back. Last year, I think Jill tackled me when we walked to the cabin. It kind of was scary. So I don't want my back to get broken.
I think Jill is like the next person off the bus, and like very clearly like excited to see Daisy again, but like giving her space and like making her way over to like like an overstuffed backpack and shouldering it on, and saying hi to Millie and like maybe doing like a secret handshake, and then immediately jumping back in and like helping anybody who looks new like find their luggage and find their spot at camp. Jill is like really tall, really stacked. She's a linebacker on her high school football team, and is like just like huge smile the whole time. So glad to be here.
Oh yeah, Millie warmly greets you back. Same secret handshake. Totally down for it. And yeah, the rest of the girls on the bus all seem like they relatively know what they're doing. They're all just kind of going off to respective cabins. Any camp counselors that happen to be on the bus as well and not driving themselves are also helping out.
Overlay switch there for a minute, and I had to play musical chairs with our faces, which was
okay.
a lot of fun. Always awesome. But I will go next. Isla's gonna just jump down off the bus. She's got like a backpack just kind of slung over her shoulder, and she will pick up her sleeping bag that's all rolled up and just like look around super excited at everyone kind of running around. And she's gonna walk right up to Jill and Daisy, correct? And just, "Hi! This is my first year. Do you think we'll get in the same cabin?"
Oh, I sure hope so. Hi, I'm Jill.
"Hi, I'm Isla. Do you like building forts?"
Yes!
Yes. Okay, good. Because, like, I'm looking around at these trees, and I'm seeing a lot of potential here. Also, have you ever read Trixie Belden? It's about this girl that solves mysteries, and I'm very excited about what I'm seeing here, and I think this is going to be an awesome summer.
I have not, but if you have any, I will start today.
Oh, okay. And she's going to take off her backpack and unzip it and just, like, get out a stack. Like, she's got, like, the first 5 just in there on the off chance that anyone wanted to read them as well. And she'll hand you the first one, and she's like, this is Trixie Belden and the Haunted Mansion. It's so good. It's so good.
Protect it with my life.
Oh, okay. And then, Lauren, you're up next.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'll just jump down, I'll grab my bag. It's quite a big bag, and I'll just sling it over my shoulder. And then I'm kind of just stood around, really, just kind of observing everyone around, kind of see who looks friendliest to approach. Feeling kind of nervous that this is the first time that I'm here, and I don't really know anyone. But after looking around and kind of looking at who's about, I'll see Jill and Daisy and Isla all kind of stood together, chatting and laughing and talking about what they're doing. So I'll go over and be like, hi, this is my first time here. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Mine
Hi.
too. First time buddies.
Yay! No, someone else. I'm quite nervous.
Don't be nervous. We're gonna have an awesome time. We've already got plans to build a fort.
Oh, I love building forts.
Ash is
I
still.
wouldn't say plans. It's more like a
We're totally gonna do it.
This is Daisy. Daisy, you should say hi. They're really cool. You're really cool. It's friendship about to happen.
Friendship.
I think
No,
wow.
Don't worry
I
about
think
it.
if
Don't
there
worry
was
about
like
it. You've got
one
plenty of
more.
time.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel like we're all going to be such great friends.
Totally, for sure. Corn dog.
Back on the bus, Ash is talking with the bus driver going, are you sure this is the stop? This is where we all get off? I'm supposed to stay here this summer?
The
I didn't bring my nasal sprays. I'm not ready. I can't. What?
the older woman, Becky, who is driving the bus, has been for years upon years. Just kind of gives you a knowing smile. Just says, "I've seen a lot less tough than you do just as well. You're gonna do great, sweetie. This is the right stop. You're gonna learn a lot. I promise."
Like on the verge of tears, Ash comes out of the bus and like looks around at all the woods and stuff like that. It's just like, okay. And she goes, grabs her stuff. She's just got like oodles of stuff because she came prepared for like costume changes and anything else she could possibly need with like wardrobe and stuff like that. So she's like dragging bags with her and like falling over them because she doesn't know what she's doing. And just like on the verge of tears the entire time as she's just huffing and puffing and trying to bring the bags towards the people that she thinks looks the most equipped to help her, which is probably Jill and Katie. And just
Isla's
looking
gonna go
as
over and grab some
sad and
bags.
pathetic.
I'll pick up some
Yeah.
bags. Hi! Do you need help?
Zero hesitation.
As Isla asks if I need help, I just start to cry and I'm like, I don't know why my parents chose this camp. And just like,
It's gonna be awesome, and I'm just gonna come in for a hug. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna build a fort, don't you worry.
Yeah, seeing Ash cry, I think Kay will run over as well and kind of give her a hug and be like, it's okay, I'm nervous too.
Jill won't go in for a hug. Like looks over at Daisy and is like, can't repeat the back-breaking hugs. and just like picks up the heaviest bag and just like puts it on her shoulder.
Okay. Thank you.
This is gonna be great. You'll
Do
see.
you- Do you want my bag?
And Daisy will hold out like a paper bag to hyperventilate into.
Ash will pull out her bag. I already have one. I didn't think I would need it yet.
Oh, this is already so good. Millie notices that you all are kind of talking together and introducing yourselves, and at least to you new folks, she'll walk up and say, "Hey there, name's Millie. I'm in charge of the camp here. Have been for a while. Welcome to Camp Flying Moose. I don't think I know all of your names yet. Who are you three?
I'm Isla.
Nice to meet you, Isla.
I'm Jill.
I'm Katie.
I'm not Jill. I'm Ash.
I was like,
Vermin's Jill. I'll get there. I was looking at Vermin's screen and just read. Oh god.
I did.
I feel like
hate
Ron Burgundy right now. Just reading what's on the screen.
I was just gonna lead over.
Don't
It's
worry
okay.
about it.
Sometimes I call my teacher mom, and it's really embarrassing. So it's totally fine.
Oh well, it's really nice to meet all of you. Camp Flying Moose has been a pride and joy to run for as long as I have, and I really hope that you all will find the same adventure and friendship that I did when I was younger.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Where's our tent? Do we have a tent or a cabin?
So to lay out more description, there are cabins. So Camp Flying Moose almost seems like it's stuck in time. The buildings are worn but not dilapidated, and all look like they're somewhere from the 50s. No one can really confirm exactly when the camp was built, so the buildings just kind of serve as a reference for how long it's been around. But the buildings themselves are rustic but very cozy. There are simply furnished cabins by the names of Chipmunk, Gopher, Bear, Hawk, and Eagle. There is also an arts and crafts building, a small library, the dining hall / kitchen, a common room with couches and board games, several sheds just kind of assorted around, a boathouse, a small little natural history, what looks like kind of building, as well as an amphitheater way out towards the lake. But yeah, the counselors are just kind of helping rein everybody in and explain to you that most of the time campers can just choose which cabin they would like to be in. There's not really an assignment. So yeah, if you all want to choose your cabin out of that list, you can all be in the same cabin. You can be in different ones. It's entirely up to you.
We should all bunk together. I vote Chipmunk, but I'm totally down with whatever cabin you guys like.
Oh my god, I was gonna say Chipmunk too. We should totally bunk together.
What do you guys say? Chipmunk?
Yes. Whatever you think. Sure.
That sounds fine.
Ash? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
This is gonna be
Jill
awesome.
is chanting Chipmunk, Chipmunk, and
Chipmunk,
hoisting this
Chipmunk,
bag.
Chipmunk, Chipmunk.
Yeah. One of the counselors, Wendy, definitely cheers you guys on as well. It seems very excited that you all are just very excited to be there. She does notice you, Ash, being a little, hesitant about just everything that's happening. Just kind of stays at the door of the cabin as you all are unpacking and everything. She looks to you, says, "Hi, I'm Wendy. I think I heard your name is Ash. You're new. What do you like to do? As just hobbies?"
Well, I like to make things. I like to dance and sing. I like to make things. And then as she says make things a second time, she just starts pulling stuff out of her bags into the room. And it's just random knickknacks that are just nonsensical. But Ash thinks they look great together. She's just like, isn't this cute? And then she starts setting things out. And it's kind of like, when you see people who have glued shell art and stuff like that. It's just random ass shit that she's pulling out of her bags. Using a scarf to unfold something else that's new to her, new craft, but something that she's very proud of. It's not great, but it makes
Isla's absolutely gonna be fascinated with all of this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just crouch down, look at all what's this? Are these what are they?
Ash will start explaining them, slowly becoming a little bit more confident as she does. They all have a gadget feature as to why they're useful, but it's imagine when you go to a kitchen store and there's all those different kitchen appliances that are good for one single thing and not helpful but take up so much square footage in your house. It's that. All of these crafts do one specific thing and are otherwise useless.
This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be excellent.
Well,
We're gonna need
Wendy's
to use
eyes
all of these.
Yeah, they open wide at all the stuff that you're picking out. And she's just like, "So you're great at crafting. That's great. We do a lot of crafts and everything here. You're going to absolutely love our homecoming tomorrow and tomorrow night. There's lots of friendship bracelet making and all that kinds of stuff. I'm sure it'll be really awesome."
Okay, question for you, Wendy. Can you call my mom and have her send my allergy meds? I think she thought this was an indoor camp, and it doesn't look like it.
I'm sure we can arrange that for sure.
Okay.
I have some Benadryl if you want. And she's gonna just pull out it's one of those little camping tins that come in a sardine tin that's got emergency single use stuff, and inside is just a little tiny package of Benadryl, a single dose. Is this okay for you to take?
My parents say I shouldn't accept drugs from strangers.
Well, what about cookies? And so on our character sheet, we have a thing that we always have with us. I wrote down Anzac bars, which are the world's most indestructible cookie. They're coconut and rolled oats and stuff. You're not allergic to coconut, are you?
No, just the outdoors.
Well, here you go. Maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better.
Okay. Just starts, peels it open and just takes a little bite. And then looks at the mess she made. So I guess I'll take this bunk that's here. And she just points at the bunk that she started basically by the front door that everything is next to now. And she's just slowly shoving stuff under the bed.
And Isla's gonna do kind of a flying leap onto the next bed and just kind of bounce little. Yep, this one's mine. Unless any of you want it.
I just need to be as low to the ground as possible. I don't want to fall out of bed in the middle of the night because I might break my head. Or what if I fall through the floor? What would happen? I don't want to find out.
We could take off the mattress and set it on the floor if you want. We could build a blanket for
Could
it
all sleep out
around the mattress. Wait, guys. Guys. What if we push back all the bunks and laid out all the mattresses next to each other and then built a giant blanket fort with all the sheets around it and just make a giant, comfy, like, pillow mattress tent thing inside here.
That could be cool.
I am about this idea.
Mega bed.
I like that.
Mega bed.
Yeah.
Mega bed.
If everyone seems okay with that, Isla's gonna get to work, just starting to rip off the mattresses and like stack them all together in one giant mattress and stringing up, like tying off little bits of sheet around to make a giant indoor tent.
Ash will like walk over to Daisy and be like, I brought this rope with. I was going to use it, you know, for whatever we did the Grecian play this summer, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Do you want to help me make some ropes to hang blankets from with the bunks and stuff? She'll just look to Daisy like, this is my anxious friend. I'm anxious. Please accept.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Just start like unspooling,
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
across the room and just
Okay.
tying it to different spots.
Yeah, easily enough, you guys make a pretty awesome fort. Like, it would probably put the other cabins to shame already. But then again, you guys may have had a head start because anxiety.
It's an absolute mess to the adults that walk into this space. They're like, what the hell?
It's nothing they haven't seen. Most of the counselors
Day
here
one,
have been
hour
here for
one.
a while. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping we would make a mega bed, but like normally that's something we only do after the first 2 weeks. Y'all are the best.
We got a head start on things. It's gonna be extra epic.
Yeah, when he sees that you guys are settling in just fine, gives kind of a bro wave over to Jill, and just kind of a more subtle wave over to Daisy, and then makes her way out. And yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to do before eating time or any of that?
Isla's pretty set on making this fort. However, she did eye that library. And would at some point, once things are set up to a certain, a livable degree, she would ask if anyone wants to join her to check out, because, like, who knows what books might be in this place. Like, probably, like, old books that, like, have that delicious old book smell that, like, are, like, you never see anywhere else because some girl left them here in the 50s kind of thing. So she's excited about the, like, potential treasure trove of what books might be available at this particular library.
There might be a few I haven't read yet.
Come with.
She holds up the book you gave her earlier. I think this one's gonna last me a few weeks.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. You should read that one. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if no one else wants to come, Isla will go with Daisy to the
All right.
library.
And before they head out, Daisy will reach into her bag and pull out her little sash that she's got all of her badges on, and there's only space for like 3 or 4 more.
Oh my god, you have so many badges.
It's she's like is like
Well, I try to get as many as I can.
I don't have any yet. I don't even have a sash yet. Okay, I'm gonna work hard on badges. What kind do they give out?
There's a lot for like for building stuff, you like the fort thing, it's like tents and stuff. There's like cute like boats, like rowing stuff. I think.
Is there one for reading? Because I could
I don't
totally get the
think
one for
there's
reading.
one. Oh, there's definitely one for reading. I think I don't think there's one for knocking down trees, but I think they gave Jill one last year because she accidentally did.
Oh my god.
And she
Um,
very
Is that
proudly
true,
shows- she's hoisted out her sash, which needs to be lengthened again. But she points to like a hand sewn tree that has been like snapped off from its stump.
Oh my god. Like with your bare hands, or did you do it with an axe? And Isla believes that either is a possibility.
I tripped and fell into the tree.
Even better. I was expecting something else, but that is even better. Jill, that's so cool.
Thanks. I also got this one, and she rotates it over. The ghost hunting badge.
What?
Yeah, we found a ghost last year. It was great.
What do you mean you found? Hold up. What do you mean
Don't
you
worry
found?
about it. Don't worry about it. The ghosts are all really nice here. And then I just remembered that there are snacks over at the dining hall. I'll be right back. And she just like bolts.
Okay, Isla's brain's working on that last bit of information, but she's gonna okay to the library. To the library.
Library. Yes. You two easily make your way over there. It's pretty small. It's a pretty little building. But to you, Isla, it's still a ton of new information, just a ton of new things. You've never seen it before. There are all kinds of books. Mostly they are outdoors oriented, so you're not sure how old some of these field guides are. Like some of it's pretty outdated. There's also like an old manual on crosscut sawing from like the 1920s or something. There's all kinds of stuff, old fantasy and mythos novels, just all kinds
Absolutely keying in on those. She would be interested. She has a special soft spot for fantasy, and even the occasional sci-fi. And she really loves mysteries and whodunits. So she may browse through the occasional field guide, but she's gonna clue in on anything that seems like a novel of those other genres.
Sure. Easy enough to do. The two of you are actually kind of searching the shelves, kind of like around the same place, around the same time, and both of your eyes fall onto a particular book. And Daisy, this is actually new to you. You definitely haven't seen this book before. Upon looking at it, it looks like some type of narrative of an exploration of the North Pole. You look at the author, and it is by a Sam McGee. And you look through it, and it's just written in this beautiful, like, poetic narrative style that the two of you, it just kind of locks on immediately. I don't even think like you guys think about reading together, you just kind of do. And it's just, it's unnaturally drawing. And as the two of you kind of look up from the pages, there's just a little bit of movement. You see the visage of a little girl ghost. And she looks back up at you, looks equally shocked. It looked like she was just reading the book too, and somehow reading upside down. But she looks equally as shocked and jumps back at you guys.
Daisy. Daisy.
What?
What?
Do you see a little girl right there? Do you see a little girl?
I guess so.
Like slowly, like floating
Yeah.
back.
That's
Isla's just gonna
Why
kind
are
of mimic it, where it's like,
what, I Isla,
Really, they
what's
can't see
like?
me. She's just.
Daisy, there's a little girl there.
Isla, are you doing okay?
Daisy, there's a little girl right there. I don't think she's really here. She's in house.
Isn't? But we're at camp.
What
That's
are you talking
normal.
about, Daisy? What are you talking about,
That-
Daisy?
Why would that be weird?
No, that one can see me too. And both of them can see me.
Do you hear her? She's talking. Hi.
Yeah, say hi. I'm too
Hi.
nervous.
I'm Isla. This is Daisy. Oh,
my name's Petunia. Hello.
hi. That's actually a really pretty name. And part of her is just gonna kick into like autopilot. She's like, what's your favorite series of books?
Oh, I'm kind of stuck here, I guess. But I really like this series right here. She's both like I can just see the two of them with these very shocked and scared expressions and not knowing how to navigate this situation. And
In the back of her mind, Isla is clocking the fact that Daisy thinks this is normal, but meanwhile she's freaking out.
Yeah, Daisy is just the usual level of anxiety, and it has not changed because of it. It's just like, yeah, I mean, come on.
Vamps got ghosts.
I mean,
Okay.
library goes.
What are
she's
these
pointing to
books about?
she's pointing to this series of like 6 or so books, and they seem to be about this group of bears that get together and make it to see the Northern Lights. It's just based on the cover. Yeah, there are just a group of bears of different species and Northern Lights in the background. This kind of icy landscape behind. And you can see, just based on the book that she was reading with you guys, why this would probably be one of her favorite series as well.
Do you mind if I check them out? I'd love to read them. I'll trade you. Have you ever read The Little Witch by Anna Elizabeth Bennet?
No, who's that?
It's really good. It's like an old book. It was my mom's when she was a kid, but I have it now, and she's gonna like sling off her backpack and pull out another book. This one's kind of thin though. It's like a small little read. Wait, shit. Oh, sorry. Oh, can you touch things?
You watch as she reaches out for the book. It passes through the book.
Okay.
Can't really hold things.
What's your schedule like, Petunia?
I mean, I'm kind of just always here.
Okay. Daisy, I have an idea. Petunia, if I can check out these books, if you come by our tent tonight, I'll read you The Little Witch. It goes by really quick. It's a really quick book.
Well, I don't know. I've never left the library ever since, this got here. She's pointing at the book that you two were reading.
Yeah. Can I flip through to like the front page and just look at like last checked out or any of that information?
It seems to be a fresh card. Does not seem to have any last checked out.
When did you get here?
Okay. I think Daisy. I'm gonna break the mechanical silence. I think I'm gonna roll a move.
All right.
I'm gonna use my total recall.
Okay. Oh no.
No. It's when I try to remember like a story or lore, and I got a 5. So when I miss, I tell the wrong story. So
Oh, no.
I'm gonna have fun here. Okay, yeah. Right. I think like the ghosts in at camp, they like there's like a thing that they get like attached to, and so to help them out, like that's why we tell like ghost stories at like the campfire, is so they can like come hang out and have s'mores. So I think we have to, I think that's what we'll have to do.
Okay.
Nothing else would work, there's no way.
Okay. All right. Well, in
I
that
think
case,
we also have to put a second pair of pants on our head. I think that's part of it.
okay. In that case,
Are you sure?
if we have to tell ghost stories, I am going to open this. Let's see. Okay, so this actually has a ghost in it, so this will work like 100%. The ugliest, most rickety house in town belonged to the old witch, Madame Snickasy. It stood on the very edge of town, and she's just gonna start reading to Petunia, the little witch.
She seems very entranced by this story. She's definitely holding on to every word.
Is there, while she's reading, because she has this book memorized, can she kind of glance down and see, just kind of like with one hand, like kind of like look at the book, see if there's anything else about it?
Oh, about
that
the newer
would,
one?
the one that the Petunia indicated, just to see why she seems so fascinated with this one.
Okay. Tell you what. How about you roll to investigate for me there?
Okay, I was gonna do make friends, but if you want to do,
that is totally fine too. If you want to do
Okay.
that, yeah, either one.
okay, because when I befriend a creature, I can roll against friendship, and I can learn a fundamental truth about them. So,
Yeah.
I got a 6. Wait, what's my? Let me see what my moves are. I have a 1 to friendship, so a 7 to 9. I make a
Okay.
continuous connection with the creature. I can ask one question from the list. Okay. And I'm gonna pause and look up from the book and just be like, Petunia, is there anything we can do to help you?
I mean, I'm pretty happy here, actually.
Oh. Usually, like, in books, and she's far enough along because this is a pretty short little book, like, with the little witch's mother, I mean, she's there because she needs to do something, so I was just wondering if there's something you need to do, but if you're happy here, totally fine. But if there's anything we could do to help you, so that you don't have to be stuck anywhere you don't want to be, then, just let us know.
Okay. I mean, right now, it's been a while since this book was open, so reading this story again was good, but also that new story was good.
It's so good. I've read it so many times, I have it memorized.
That's a lot of times.
It's a really good book.
But yeah, yeah, Petunia just kind of looks to each of you and says, well, yeah, if there's nothing else, I might just go back to wandering.
Well, if there's nothing we can do to help, you can come by and I'll read more tonight if you want to come to our tent and be friends with us. If you can leave. What happens if and she's gonna lift up the book that Petunia, she's just trying to use her, like, limited genre knowledge from reading books, and she's gonna lift up the book that she thinks Petunia's tied to, and, like, slowly back out of the library and see if Petunia can follow her. Can you come with me, Petunia?
Okay, and I will actually count this as your second question for that 7 to 9.
Okay.
But yeah, just a -1 forward though.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, she seems to be able to follow you if you have the book. However, are you doing this in broad daylight?
I'm just gonna like see if she can follow me out onto the stoop, like the porch or whatever of this building, and then confirming my suspicion, I will be like, Petunia, do you want to come with us to our it's the chipmunk house cabin? Daisy, are ghosts allowed in the cabins?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I think so. I'm just confused that it's working without the pants.
I mean, listen, like, maybe my beanie is counting. Like, maybe it, like, the weird rules think that my beanie is, like, pants. I've seen weird things that boys wear sometimes in gym, and they look kind of
It's
similar.
like pants for your head, I think.
My older brother has some weird stuff that he wears.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Oh.
So, she's gonna walk the book back in to whoever is at the desk and be like, can I check this out? And she's gonna kind of probably look a little weird, like she's not sure if this will work.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly enough, there isn't really like anyone working like a desk or anything. This just seems to be like you can kind of just take books as you want.
Awesome. In that case, she is going to take out the 4th book of the Trixie Belden series and set it on like on the like desk up near front, and just kind of as a trade, taking this to whoever's listening. Come on, Petunia, you can come with us now.
Okay. And point of order, do you close the book then?
Oh yeah, I probably would.
All right. Well, you managed to say that before doing so, and when you close the book, she vanishes.
Crap on a toast! Daisy, shoot away!
The pants.
I was hoping this would work. Okay, Isla? She's read books. She knows you gotta follow the rules. She is legitimately going to kick off her shoes and take off her pants and wrap them around her head and then stand there. Daisy! Daisy, it's not working. Daisy, I think we have to have the book open.
Well, I think I would have to do it. I think I would have to do it too, but like, there's people. I'm not gonna do that.
At this moment, Jill opens the door and like has a tray of food and is like crunching on some if Katie and Ash want to be here too, it's just like crunching on like a celery stick.
You guys, they've been gone for a while. You're probably getting suspicious.
What y'all doing?
Isla's just standing pantsless in like long hiking woolen socks. Her boots are kicked off on the floor, and she's got her pants wrapped around like an infinity scarf, but on the top of her head. Just standing there holding a book. Hi.
We're helping.
We're helping Petunia.
Celery and peanut butter?
Mm-hmm.
I would actually love some, but I don't want to get it on the book.
Fair enough.
Maybe just save me some. Katie, Ash. Did you know there's ghosts here?
Ghosts?
Yeah. And she is going to open the book to the page that it was on and like look around.
Yeah, as soon as you open the book, kind of just like appearing in front of you again, other side of the book. Petunia's back. Oh,
Hi, Petunia. Some of the new friends are here. Katie, Ash. This is Petunia.
And Katie's just gonna stand there like. She's like
me too.
never
They
seen.
usually don't see me. What's happening?
Ash faints. Just drops.
Oh crap!
And
Oh no.
Jill is just gonna like stick out a hand. Hey, I'm Jill. Nice to meet you, Petunia.
Katie's just gonna look, like looking at the ghost, be like, and then looking down at Ash, and then looking back at the
I'm
ghost.
gonna hand Daisy the open book and like kind of. Ash. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's so crazy. It's so wild. There's a ghost. There's a ghost. She has a name. Her name's Petunia. She's like part of this book or something. I don't know.
I'm also gonna take out one of my cookies and just like wave it underneath her nose like smelling salts.
Isla, why aren't you wearing pants?
Oh yeah, and she's gonna take
To the ghost.
she's gonna take the pants off her head and like look to Petunia to see if she disappears.
Nope,
Daisy, I don't
she's
know
still
if she's
there.
that kind of ghost. Maybe it's a different type of ghost.
You know what? I think that was poltergeists. You know what?
Oh, I've never seen it.
I got it wrong.
That's a movie. My older brother watched it, but I wasn't allowed to.
Oh. Yeah, I snuck into the theater.
Cool. And she's gonna start slipping back
I
on
know, I
her
just
pants while
imagined
she's talking to Ash. Like, oh my god,
Sorry.
Katie.
No, ghosts are a totally normal thing. One of my greatest nightmares is being on stage in my underwear, and I walked in, and you were in here in your underwear.
Oh, it's just butts. Everyone's got them.
No, ghosts. Everyone's got ghosts.
Oh no, that part's new to me. I don't have ghosts where I'm from.
Hi,
We all have a
Petunia.
ghost inside us.
You know what?
And a skeleton.
We all have a skeleton inside us too. My mom says when I was little that I would get really scared and ask her to make sure to fight the skeleton if it ever got out of me. And I was very worried that there was one just like lurking inside me. But that's totally different story for a different day. Katie, do you have ghosts?
I don't think so. I've never seen a ghost before. I didn't know they existed.
I've only read about them in books.
And then Katie will kind of look over at Petunia and be like, hi? And then just kind of be like,
Yeah, she's kind of,
just waving at each other.
basically. It's like, I've never had this many people see me before. This is really weird.
I didn't know you were a real thing. This is really weird.
Of course we're real. I mean, people.
Aw, I worked so hard for my ghost hunting badge, and now you all are gonna get it first day. Good job, gang!
Listen.
Oh,
Don't hunt me, please.
We-
I'm just here.
no, just it's like ghost hide and
It's
seek.
like
Ghost hunt is
treasure
just- It's the
hunting
only thing
or-
that fits on the badge.
Oh,
Ghost
Okay.
hunt.
Yeah, it's purely ethical ghost hunting.
Yeah, like you hunt treasure or like you know, like those what are those things called where you hide things and you have to go and find them and you like check them off a list?
Easter eggs?
Totally, yes. Scavenger hunt. Yeah, it's like a ghost hunt, like a scavenger hunt.
It's like that.
So don't worry, Petunia. I've never seen a ghost before. They don't hang around, I guess, very much out in the suburbs. Maybe there aren't enough old places. It's all like new land.
Maybe.
I think Jill just wants to spend a minute chatting up Petunia and making friends. Just like,
Okay.
Hey,
Do you want to
you're
roll to
my
make
ghost
friends?
friend. All right. here we go. That'll be a 7 all told. So I make a similarly tenuous connection with Petunia. So I'm just like, so how's it going? Anything we can do for you? Just like, what does this creature desire? What does Petunia want out of undeath?
Out of undeath right now, like you get the sense that like since she's just been kind of roaming the hall, the like singular hall that is this library, it's not very large. Just roaming the shelves, like she just wants cool stories and knowledge. Like that's all seemingly she's got on her agenda right now in undeath.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah,
That's really
Isla here
cool.
was reading that one really cool story, and I don't know about leaving the library as long as you, I don't know, as long as you keep that book safe. I think I'm okay. I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure.
And Jill will do the closest approximation of putting a hand on Petunia's shoulder, like very
It goes
carefully.
straight through.
Well, no, just like stopping
Okay.
it, getting it in the
It's
right
the
spot
hover
to be
hand right
comforting.
there.
Yeah, hover hand. I'm already protecting a book with my life. We got this. I can protect 2 books. We're good. So if you want to come over to the cabin, if you want to go to the campfire pit, well, we should keep the book away from the campfire pit, but like you can come over and hang out while we have s'mores. If you want to go to the dining hall and like eat some food, do ghosts eat food? Is there ghost food? Is there ghost food?
I can't remember
You
the
should
last
come
time I
hang
ate,
out
so
with
probably
us.
not.
Seems
Wait,
like
wait.
an oversight.
I read a book about this. You can okay, in the book, they would throw the food in the garbage, right? Effectively killing the food, but then they would have the ghost food. It was in a book I read. I don't really remember which one, but we could make her ghost food.
No, really, that's okay. Thank you, though.
It was worth a shot.
Oh, this is so much more than what I wanted out of a random encounter. This is very.
Jam, what happens if I turn a page to the one
If
that
you
was
turn a page, for a second, her form will kind of do a little glitch, but then it'll just stabilize again once the page is settled.
What happens if I kind of just flip to the very first page of this story and start reading?
Nothing really seems to happen. There's that kind of a larger lag in the glitch as you turn a bunch of pages, but stabilizes again.
She doesn't seem to light up like that would help her in whatever journey she needs to make.
Not particularly. She just seems like a friendly ghost that is around.
All right. I'll turn back to the page that she seems most comfortable with then. How do we make sure that this book always stays open into this page? She's just going to kind of whisper to the group.
I mean,
You got this.
maybe
Oh, go
we
ahead.
don't force it to stay open. What if we ask her when she wants to be around us and when she doesn't? Because she said she hasn't really been seen much by us people. And then Ash will lean over and be like, "Are you uncomfortable?" Just directly at the ghost.
I mean, if you're asking, maybe a little, considering I haven't been seen by people and I don't know how long.
Jill has gone over to the printer in the library and has gotten like a page and some string and made a little sign that says, "Leave this open so the ghost can hang out, so Petunia can hang out." And on the flip side, it says, "Petunia doesn't want to hang out now. The book is closed." And just like hangs it on a little thumbtack on the wall and then puts the book next to it. I guess people are gonna have to check in with you if you like want to hang out, but like we can, if you can like produce a light breeze, you could probably spin the thing, or like just get somebody else to do it for you. Anyway, I think I hear the dinner bell ringing, and she's gonna leg it.
Sounds good. And yeah, that not just imagined. The dinner bell does in fact ring. Over towards the dining hall.
Petunia, I'll check in later and see if you want to come to our tent, or yeah, and I'll read more. But if not, I'll see you next time I'm in here. And she'll follow Jill out the door towards dinner bell.
Alrighty. So yeah, you all make your way to the dining hall. All of the campers are there together, and it's a pretty regular dinner in a cafeteria setting, at least. Everyone's kind of in their respective like group tables, just talking about whatever they'd like, their excitement for the homecoming that will happen throughout the day tomorrow, and all of that. Your basic meat and potatoes kind of dinner, and the curfew to go back to your cabins quickly approaches. I don't know if you guys would like to do anything before sleeping tonight, but
If they have the little bowls of jello, little jello cubes, Isla is just gonna keep going back for those. Just continuously. Over and over. Like, sometimes green, sometimes red, but those are her favorite things. After she eats whatever the main dinner is, she's just loading up on jello cubes.
alright.
Yeah.
Is there...
Well, when they get back to the when everyone gets back to the cabin, Daisy will find the most remote corner of the mega bed.
When you get back to the
And
cabin.
that's where.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, when we get back.
Yeah, the fort that you guys remember has actually been adjusted significantly. There has been a lift in the center that Ash had Katie help her with, so that way Jill could fit standing within it, and it looks more like a circus tent than it did like the kind of dilapidated fort that it was when you guys first left. And Ash gives Katie a high five and is like, "We did good work."
I
looks
love
better.
this. We did so good.
I've never been able to stand in a blanket fort before. Nice job, gang.
And then
This is-
Katie will turn to Ash and be like, "I knew they would love it."
This is so good, you guys.
Yeah, basically, there's blankets like stapled into the ceiling at this point. There's wind chimes that have been brought indoors, and it's just it's a hot mess inside, but it's put together really well. And there's also like clearly color-coded areas for people to sleep, because Ash does not want people touching her in her sleep. She's gonna be like, "And this is your area," and it's very much like The Sims. Everything has its spot. Looks crazy, but it's organized.
Wow.
That's what happens when you leave for 2 hours, guys.
Yeah,
Whole
pretty
space
much.
gets reorganized.
We had a lot of time.
You did. You absolutely did. Oh man. All right. Well, if nobody does anything else for going to bed, that night.
Oh, I would have stopped by and asked Petunia if she wanted to come by for story time, but if she wasn't there or if she didn't want to, I would have moved on. But just because I said I would have done that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, she absolutely partakes in story
Yeah, I'll
time.
grab the book. Read Little Witch to all of you.
And yeah, as you guys find rest that night, some of you easier than others, considering this is all very new to some of you. A pretty heavy storm rolls in that night. A fair amount of thunder and occasional cracked lightning, and through various parts of the night, it'll occasionally wake each of you up, and you swear at some points when the lightning flashes that you see a massive figure outside the window, but as soon as that flash comes back, it's gone. This figure is probably, like, didn't get a very good look at it, at least 10 feet tall, maybe taller, with massive antlers. And yeah, that is how the night goes. You wake up as rested as you probably can be, seeing a massive critter outside of your cabin the night before. It's a homecoming day. There are plenty of outdoor activities to do, plenty of breakfast and snacks to be had. The ropes course is ready to go. All of it. What would you guys like to do?
Just want to note that for homecoming, Jill has put on the traditional Jordarals button-up shirt and very, very ragged suit coat.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, are we supposed to dress up today? I've got
I
so
just
many
do it
outfits.
because it's fun.
Okay, and then
Do
Ash
you have
will
any
put
spare
together-
ones? Because I didn't pack anything for this.
I've got so many, and just the massive bag that Jill had carried for Ash opens up, and it's just any type of theatrical performance you could imagine happening at a summer camp. There is an outfit for Ash in that bag. So there's togas, there's Victorian clothes, there's in particular, there's one that could potentially be used in a theatrical performance of Cats. There's all sorts of different outfits inside this bag.
I was gonna linger on the Victorian stuff for a little bit, but then end up going with a toga. Especially if you have one of those like gold leaf, like little circlets of that kind of half go around, and she'll drape herself with rope and cloth in a toga, and this little circlet. Probably not appropriate for homecoming, but you can tell that she feels like a Grecian goddess, and is very pleased with this. You're a lifesaver, Ash. That's amazing. Look at me. I feel like Diana.
Well, yeah, you all walk outside to greet the day, and everyone else kind of has their various wacky things to wear too. This is definitely a day to just let your colors fly. Did any of the rest of you have any particular things that your character would wear, or?
So I think Daisy basically always wears the same exact, slightly too big, like black t-shirt, and pants. But as a special way to gussy up, Z has a bow tie on today, also with the t-shirt. It doesn't work.
Amazing.
Katie always wears the same kind of sportswear, the running shoes and the leggings and a top, because she likes to always be ready to be able to run and climb as well. So can't really catch her dressing up or putting on any costumes because she doesn't like it. She likes to be able to be ready to go when she needs to be.
Absolutely, and that will probably serve you well in the cabin competitions throughout the day. There are just various things from throwing a football through a tire swing to a almost a like identifying art pieces competition to just a regular run-of-the-mill foot race, all of it. Yeah, I don't know, is anyone interested in partaking in those competitions?
Katie would definitely like to do a running race. She loves to run, so she definitely wants to partake in any competition that involves running. So that is on her to-do list for the day.
Okay. If you would like to run, or like to roll me a quick as a bunny rolling plus speed, let's see how you do.
Okay. I got 7.
7? Okay, so
Yeah.
mixed success. So, let's see. As you are, as you are running through this race, you see, several other of the opponents. Grace from the bear cabin is also there, running. You see about halfway through the race, she trips and falls pretty badly. You can keep running if you'd like, or probably lose the race if you stop to help.
Who sees it happen, and in her head she's like, she loves to win the race. She's never lost a race before, but she doesn't like to see people fall, get hurt, so she does stop to see and make sure that the person is okay. She doesn't like it, and deep down she's annoyed, but she'll stop.
Okay. You stop and help Grace up, and she's like, "Oh, thank you. I didn't see that rock over there. When did that get there?" Her knee's pretty scraped up, but otherwise seems pretty fine. She says, "Oh, thanks. Sorry you lost the race."
I mean, it's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna go bandage this up, but I think otherwise I'm fine. She's just kind of dusting herself off.
Well, I'm Katie. It's nice to meet you. I hope you're okay. And don't worry about the race. I'm sure there'll be another one.
Oh yeah. My name's Grace. I've only been here for 2 summers now, so not too much. You're not too much newer than me. But yeah, nice to know that there are some really kind girls out here.
Well, it's nice to meet you, and maybe I'll see you around, and we can hang out. Maybe we can go for a run, or we can go climbing or exploring.
Totally.
And then Katie will kind of look around to see like where the others have got to, and then I guess Grace will head off.
Yeah, she goes to patch up her knee, and as you're just kind of scanning the rest of the camp and kind of the tree line where this trail where the foot race was, you see the same box that you saw at the beginning or your arrival yesterday at the archway, and it just kind of gives a nod and a tail wag and then slinks back into the woods.
Can I follow?
You go to follow, and it's gone. It is entirely vanished.
With that, Katie will look around and then just kind of do a shrug as to say like, "Oh, never mind," and then she'll run back to the others.
Alrighty. Would anyone else like to participate in a competition or the crafts throughout the day or any of that?
I would absolutely participate in crafts. If there's archery, I would maybe try my hand at it, but I'm looking at those craft tables, and I'm sure like so many different beads and all sorts of things that I can just make anything of, like glue and everything. I'm just gonna go wild.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There is so much stuff. Yeah, is there anything in particular you're trying to make, or?
I feel like if there's lots of beads, I'm absolutely gonna make necklaces for all the girls. If there's any sort of pastels or anything like that, I will try my hand at a landscape. But other than that, I'm just kind of going wild with the beads and glue and like paper, just kind of having fun.
All right. How about just roll me plus crafting. Let's see how good they are.
I forget what my craft is. I got a 6.
Oh, do you have any plus twos? I think someone.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
plus
pretty
2 or
sure
an
Proper
advantage at
gave
some
me a disadvantage at some point for chaos.
Oh
He said.
no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
So-
that's what I saw in chat.
So yeah,
Oh, how could you?
let's go for it.
Okay. Okay. So, as you're doing this, you are just really getting into like putting things together and like not even really looking at where you're grabbing, and you happen to just spill a bunch of beads just kind of all over the ground. They're just everywhere, and if you've ever spilled beads before, they're very hard to get back up if they scatter everywhere. Yeah,
Crap. So
kind of looks at you, and then they just kind of move to pick up the
I'm gonna
beads.
start like scooping them out. I'm gonna get like some paper plates that like I'm sure people are using as like makeshift pallets for paint, and just start scooping up beads and trying to dump them back into the bead holders.
Ash is sitting there watching in horror. Also, I didn't get to describe Ash's outfit, so everyone should know that it is the exact same outfit that Sharpay Evans wore in Bop to the Top, which I personally also made for my school when we did High School Musical back in the day. So definitely blue sequins on top. It's a nice, cute little salsa dress, and living her most extra life, walking around camp. Not good for hiking, not good for climbing, but once Isla grabbed the toga, she was like, I can do whatever I want today then. Haha! And so she put on her fanciest dress, because while she's not auditioning for any parts, she would get the one that she desired if she could. But she's just sitting there like watching all the beads roll, just like, oh my god, how are we gonna clean that up?
It's fine. It's
She
fine.
does not bend
fine.
over to help. She's just like sitting there like,
No, don't move. Your dress is too
Speaking of
glorious to
point
move.
of
Just,
order,
I got it.
Just speaking point of order, just to remind you guys, girls can help each other. There is a move for that. So if at any point you want to help and potentially give someone a +1, you can do that. That is within the rules of the game. Yeah.
nope. Sitting back watching it.
Yeah, no. I
It's the
respect
power
this
of
character
friendship.
choice.
Could I also try to make something? I want to make a craft for our bedroom fort area. I want to make something that the light catches on and kind of turns like our area into a disco ball. Only at like one specific time of day though. That we're never there for. Okay. Oh, that was a really good roll. 13 total.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I like crafts.
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled
you-
a 10 total plus 3 because I've got the added additional
Oh
plus
my
1 when
gosh,
you create the
yes.
perfect item.
Yes. Easily done. The rest of the girls at the table just stop and just watch in awe at what you're doing.
Just all the glass beads and different things. It's very noisy when I try to move it too.
How did you do that? That's so cool.
I just knew what I had to do.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to explain it. I just get inspired and I make it.
Well, that's really awesome that you have that vision. My name's Deetra. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Deetra. I'm Ash.
Oh, cool. You must be in the chipmunk cabin. I'm over in eagle cabin.
Okay.
Okay, she says this, at the end of the conversation goes back to her crafting. She seems to be making a woven friendship bracelet for the girl next to her.
Your bracelet looks nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, Ash is not interested in having a conversation because she wants to keep crafting and doesn't want to talk to someone while doing so, but it's nice that there's someone nearby.
Well, cool. I am so sorry for all the windows that are going everywhere. I'm not sure if we want to just like continue with competitions while we're figuring this out.
Was this a competition? Did I get a badge?
Absolutely.
Yes. Did we
Show
get
this.
badges? Well,
If
I
you
didn't.
show this
But
to a camp counselor or to Millie, like they absolutely will award you a badge for that.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I'll flaunt it around with having the best art project in the room right now.
Absolutely. There is a field out a little ways away from the lake, but it's just open, and that is where a caber toss is happening. Millie has actually joined in on this, and she actually manages to toss it a good 10 feet. She is beefy.
Jill, who looks up to Millie in like the maximumist way, is getting like ready to caber toss too.
Okay. Do you want to roll some adrenaline?
I sure do. I have advantage from earlier, so my
do?
first roll came out as a 7. Let's see if I can do any better. That's a 10.
Okay. Sometimes that makes all the difference. Yeah, absolutely. You managed to match her. Oh no. Look, I'm so sorry. You're trying so hard. Okay.
I would suggest we take a quick break and then we can reestablish.
You managed to do the toss. It's fantastic. I think we should break and figure this out. We'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully we have combated the monster that is Zoom.
Everyone switched from the moment.
Everyone is switched.
I'll get us sorted
Don't
out.
know
You keep
why
talking.
my camera just zoomed just now. Don't know why that happened. Everything's fine. This is fine.
You all get to guess who we are.
Musical cameras is fine. Yeah, Zoom is the real monster that you guys have to talk about. Or
Why won't
talk
it
to
let
and
me
make friends with? Actually.
Pin.
Oh my.
Oh wait, I think. Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. I
Okay.
think Yeah, okay. We got it. We're getting there, guys. We're professional streamers. Anyway,
We got
Um,
this.
after a long day of crafting and competitions and all kinds of cool outdoor activities, um, the entire camp gathers around a large campfire um, that everyone's roasting marshmallows at, or just gathered around to be warm because it's getting kind of chilly. Um, and just generally communing for the night, especially being the night of homecoming. Uh, there are several thrilling ghost stories to be had, both from just campers volunteering theirs to a couple of counselors like really just trying to get the scare on them. But after a while, there is a keen look in Millie's eye as she slowly stands up and walks towards the pyre. As she does this and looks around, everyone gets pretty quiet. For those of you that have been here longer, know exactly what story she's about to tell. She tells this every year, but it still draws everyone in all the same. Um, she stands up and says, I think there's one tale that we haven't told just yet, and it's a very important tale for about Camp Flying Moose. Um, I know it by heart at this point, and it's time to share with those coming back and those of you that are new. You see, there are strange happenings here in Camp Flying Moose, both for the campers and the woods alike. Their winding paths hide untold wraths that shake even the oldest oak or spruce. Mount Upright has faced many such blights, but the worst it ever did see was that end of the day at the edge of Frank's Bay, where a girl was told not to believe. Now, this girl's corner of the world was where the dandelions float and blow. She left her home in the earthy loam in order to bloom and grow. She was rather bold, but a local told her, rather cold, that her prospects were quite dim. But the girl took this in stride, still smiling wide, and paid no mind to him. She made her home in a small grove, though townspeople strove to root her out. You see, she was different, like you and me, which can attract many a lout. You can't be here, a man said with fear, as he found her hut by torch. The mob continued to shout, "Kill the witch!" and with their pitch set fire to the porch. She got away that fateful day with her life and nothing more. In the woods of the fairy, amongst the thistle and clary, she vowed to make a place for girls of all kinds to soar. The camp that stood as lonesome as her in the wood became a refuge, a haven. Its old name is erased, and in its place, Camp Flying Moose was graven. There are strange happenings here in Camp Flying Moose, both for the campers and the woods alike. Their winding paths hide untold wraths that shake even the oldest oak or spruce. Mount Upright has faced such blights, but the worst it ever did see was that end of the day at the edge of Frank's Bay, where a girl was told not to believe. The only thing you hear after that last word is the crackling of the fire and the distant sound of crickets as she just lets that sit and lets that ring for a second. Just says, the lesson all of you need to learn over the summer, whether it be through making friends, crafting, expressing your talents, exploring, whatever it may be. The lesson I want you all to learn is to believe in yourself and in each other. Because at the end of the day, that's what we've got. And she goes to sit back down at the log that she was previously sat at. the cacophony of voices begin to rise again as people are chattering about the story that was just told or going back to making s'mores. And yeah, how would you all like to spend your homecoming night?
Jill will find there's like a camp sing-along book that's got like a bunch of different songs in it, and she borrows a guitar off of one of the counselors. She's not a great guitar player, but she can play a few chords and does like country roads or something with anybody who wants to join.
Oh, hell yeah. Ash joins in an instant.
Isla will hum along and do the like watermelon trick, but she doesn't actually know the words.
There are lyric books too.
All
For
right,
anybody?
she's gonna do her best then.
Yeah, Katie will join in as well.
Daisy will adjust around the fire to hide behind Jill because Jill's significantly bigger than here, and hope that nobody notices that Z isn't singing at all.
Some people are just appreciators.
And some
That's
people were
totally
born
fine.
for the spotlight, as Ash sings very loudly and aggressively to the music. Like, definitely like the one trying to lead the group right now. Finally. It's my time to shine. So, she is very excited about potential sing-alongs. I am not going to force you all to listen to me sing, though.
Oh please,
I'm more of a rap artist
corn
than
dog.
a singer.
Please rap "Country Roads" for us.
Or would I have to know that song?
Fine.
Actually, that is a go-to song for us singing when we're trying to set things up at conventions. So, I mean, we could, but we're not going to. We're not going to do that to stream. I was in tech for a reason, guys.
Heck, I would like to kind of walk up to the woman that just told the story. What was her name again?
Yeah, Millie, the proprietor.
Millie, is there actually a place called Frank's Bay?
There is. We'll probably be having field trips to there eventually throughout the summer. It's just a little rural town. It's the closest town to here. Yeah, the people are pretty nice. They really like the amount of souvenirs that the campers buy. But don't tell them I told you that.
Is there anywhere near here where dandelions grow in plenty?
You could probably find some in the fairy forest if I had to guess.
The fairy forest?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have... and now, knowing that there's a ghost in the library, Isla's all in. Are there actual fairies?
I mean, I haven't personally seen any, but there are tales. There are tales about it.
Luca is thinking about what she would do if she were a girl at sleepaway at camp and she met a real ghost and then there was something called a fairy forest. Okay, friends. Thanks, Millie. Friends. Who wants to go on a nighttime adventure to something called the fairy forest? And do you know where it is?
In
Yes.
this outfit, I
What?
need
You'd
to
throw on
change.
some boots and you'd look marvelous. Also, I'm sure if we met a fairy queen, they would appreciate it.
well then I'll bring it with, but I'm not
Also,
gonna get it
it's just-
snagged.
Okay, that's actually a really good idea. You don't want to snag the sequence. Okay, bring it with.
All my beadwork to come undone.
I'm gonna change into boots, but I am absolutely wearing this toga the whole night, if that's okay.
Yeah, I don't have a
Okay.
need for it anymore.
Awesome.
It's already been worn. It's not like I can wear it.
Right. It's cooties.
You just
A
can't wear the
unique
same
outfit
outfit
for
someone else
every
does. Oh, it's a new ensemble every single day. I actually brought multiple for every day, but we don't get to go back to the cabin that often.
Isla's gonna rush back to the cabin and start like packing, like in her mind, what an adventurer pack is, which includes way too many books than is actually required. But she's gonna do her best for an adventure pack.
Jill is also super game on this. Like pops the top off of her her big backpacking backpack, and it just becomes a fanny pack. And it's just gonna rock that. Like, and she pulls a couple of sweaters out and stuffs them in the fanny pack because it's big. It's like, in case anybody gets cold.
Was
Are you
there
guys gonna
anything
come
else
too?
anyone wanted to do? Yeah.
I mean, I'll come. And then you guys like look across the room, and Ash is there in her cat's costume. I think
Perfect.
that this will help me move as quietly as possible.
Absolutely. You're gonna be able to stealth right through, and if we meet any sort of creatures, you will be perfectly outfitted. You can be like, and again, she's pulling from every book she's ever read, you can be like our Fae guide through the forest. This is the perfect role for you, Ash.
Upon hearing it's a perfect role, Ash will immediately be more into it now that she realizes she just has to act her way through this. And that she's not actually trudging through the forest, she's acting through the forest.
Right.
Maybe Daisy, you coming?
While everyone's getting their stuff together, Katie's just gonna kind of be like running on the spot, like doing some star jumps, just kind of getting ready. She's like, "Oh, venture, yeah!" And she's like warming up, and so she's like ready to go. And she's like, this at the door, like running on the spot, like, "Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Let's go, let's go, let's go!"
Let's go.
Jill, do you still have snacks with you?
Always. That is if you like Anzac bars.
Okay.
Well, yeah. As you guys put your
Daisy will put on 2 sweaters and decide that that's probably enough.
yeah. As you guys put your things together and are heading out of the cabin door, you see one of the camp counselors just kind of give you all a weird look.
Isla's gonna do her best statue impersonation, like just a panic move.
Yeah, I mean, she's just gonna be like, "Hey, what are you guys doing with all this stuff right before it's time for lights out?"
Yeah, what are we doing,
Getting
Jill?
ready for tomorrow.
Simultaneously, Jill is going to say, "Adventure!" Getting ready for tomorrow.
I mean, as much as we encourage that, going around outside in the dark probably isn't the best. Well, you know, there are already kind of strange things that happen around here. The natural, you know, hazards that happen also are very unsafe, and we you know, there are liability waivers. that
It's
we
like you're
have to worry
chucking
about.
logs on a fire right now. Isla's hearing all this and like, yes, I knew this was an excellent idea.
Oh no.
You're here.
Oh, that's-
You're here.
Am I here?
You hear?
You're here.
Okay. Question. For things like let me for like quick as a bunny, if you're like if a whole like group wanted to try to do something, could one person do the role?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Daisy is going to for the first time in her life make an executive decision and is gonna like grab like I don't know who's closest to here. It's probably like Jill and Isla and go, sorry, and I'm gonna roll quick as a buddy and try to run away from the counselor towards the woods.
Jill is totally into this. Can I roll power of friendship to help out? I'm just gonna be like big.
Okay. Yeah,
Doing it.
Just do the roll.
That's a 6.
Okay. All right.
On a miss, you make the situation worse. Can I just like
Can we?
I get kind of like pushed towards the counselor and I tackle them?
I would love to try and use the power of friendship to help
I will
her out right now.
since there has already been one miss on this, we kind of move on.
All right.
So you end up tackling here, and oh no. And the counselor Athena, her name is, by the way, ends up just standing right in front of you guys, just very akimbo, like there's going to be plenty of time tomorrow. Just let's go to bed.
Sorry, Athena.
No.
Isla's just gonna yell out, and run.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
you gonna try?
When Isla yells that, Ash definitely like puts her hand up like they're from the musical Cats. And it's just like, hang on guys, I got a quote for this. McCavity, there's no one like McCavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. And also just scatters, just fucking bolts away from the group. It's just like, just gone.
I was gonna
And
start
also,
running
like,
into the
if I need
forest
to
trying to
roll
keep an
plus
eye on her,
speed.
ladies.
If one of you would like to roll plus speed, okay.
I do have a +2 as well as advantage. So
Oh my god.
I would dump
okay.
all of this into it for this
Okay.
McCavity quote. Ooh, yeah, we're definitely going with advantage on that. Okay. I think go back to my notes about myself. Oh yeah, I dumped 1 into speed. That brings us to exactly 10 with a +2, the advantage, and the +1.
All right, so channeling your inner cat from the Cats musical.
my
The two of you are able to get away. Athena tries to like go after you guys. That gives the rest of you a pause in order to make your escape. as
Yeah, I
well.
put on a
Very
show and then
convenient.
sprinted.
Oh my god.
I just imagine you doing like, have you ever seen a dancer run? Where it's like just like long strides and like
Yep.
very little movement in the upper body. I
Yep.
just imagine that.
It's very similar to that, but also very cat-like. So just as long as she can make her limbs, just trying to fly through the wind, as it were. Just, oh man, Cats was the last musical I saw before COVID, and tell you what, glad we have it.
So real question. Just a character question. Would your characters know to reconvene somewhere though if you're just scattering, if you're just going?
I would love to be smart and say we had a plan, but we did not.
I made smarts by jump stats, just like I do in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I mean-
Okay. So Jill knows where the fairy forest is and would just go there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like Daisy's sticking with Jill because it's like, okay, we shouldn't get that split up. And also, why would I want to be literally anywhere outside without Jill?
That's fair.
And it's just hoping like, okay, maybe everybody else will come, but it's I think Daisy is just kind of like, are we a bad influence?
Oh,
Maybe.
Daisy, hun, no. This was all Ash's idea.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Safe.
Oh man.
I guess you're right, but we've been here longer
anything-
though. I feel like we should take the fall on this one.
If there's anything that's, if the counselors come up, it was us. We've been here longer. We can handle it. But like, you and
Yeah.
I know.
We know.
Yeah, I was just going off of Isla. I'm so mad. Isla said scatter, and I just.
So you all scatter in your respective directions, and of course, Jill and Daisy being together, but the rest of you are just kind of scattered out in this forest. The fairy forest is big enough and like a little like ways back from the camp, like behind your cabin actually. So it's easy enough to find, but to navigate through and find each other may prove difficult. So as each of you are traveling through this forest, you start to notice like there are various game trails and winding, like definitely not like they're not meant to be trails, but there are just, you know, enough like walked paths to become a like winding trail of some sort. As you continue deeper through the forest, Isla, you notice that going from what seems like more of an alpine habitat starts to like fade almost into what looks like almost more like a jungle kind of habitat in just one little pocket, and then goes back to the alpine habitat. Katie, you notice that you start in more of a temperate forest, but start to go more alpine. There's like these strange pockets of things that don't match, almost like some type of like jigsaw puzzle of different biomes. And all of you start to notice this as you're traversing through the wood. What would you like to do?
Daisy is gonna try once again to remember stories that have been told around the campfire at camp about like the weirdness of the fairy forest.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hope that this time I don't fail the roll.
Do you want
So
help?
that's I got a 9 this time.
Okay.
Oh.
So for total recall, I vaguely remember the story. I get to ask one question. So Daisy is trying to remember, like, what's one thing that like the stories about like the fairy forest get wrong.
Okay. So something that is often said, like especially in more local towns, is that when various campers wander into this wood, they either come back changed or they do not come back at all. And by changed in kind of a way of like being more like I'm just gonna say Fae, just more Fae by nature. But every camper that has ever been here, like historically has come back. So that it's a strange, discrepancy between what the locals think versus what's actually been going around camp.
Okay. Then I think is Daisy and Jill wander the woods, hoping to find anybody else. I think Daisy will just be like, I'm sure this will be just fine. Basically, nobody's died here.
I put
Probably.
all of my faith in you. I believe in you. You got this.
Good luck.
Is there anything else the rest of you are doing in the wood?
Ash is currently reenacting the song Memory from Cats, and is like slowly starting to cry in the woods because she's just like, I'm so fucking lost. I don't know where I am anymore. And the only way she can communicate that is through song. So she is definitely singing Memory, in particular the all alone in the moonlight part, and just like sobbing in the woods, hoping that maybe one of her friends will hear her singing, and just banking on that, as she intends to be Grisabella right now in her one-person showing of Cats. One-man show. Here we go.
At any point, anywhere in the camp, was there a map of the area?
Yeah, easily enough. Especially since you spent some time in the library, there was like a larger map just kind of on the wall.
Absolutely. Can I roll a total recall? Because I got +2 smarts. And I
Okay.
would like to try and use my memory to remember where to go.
Do you have that special move?
Oh yeah, did you take that? I thought.
Oh, is total recall a special?
Oh, okay,
A
yeah,
special
that
one.
is a special.
Well,
Total
never
recall is
mind
special.
then.
You could investigate though, because that's the normal smarts move.
I will
Yeah,
investigate
is good,
then.
Yeah, okay. Good call, guys.
I
didn't know what
got
move
enough,
And
and I've got
looking
+2
through
to
the wood,
smarts.
The mysterious void seems familiar. You may ask one of these questions. So, what is this mysterious thing called? Is this mysterious thing in immediate danger? How can we best protect this mysterious thing? Or does anyone else know about the existence or location of this mysterious thing?
Okay. I would like to know if anyone else around me, and I am going to just sing out a song very loudly to whomever may be listening, because I've read books in the forest about how much I would love to find my friends and make it to the fairy forest, and if any creature knows the way, I would surely be so grateful. To see if anyone else knows about the existence location of this mysterious thing. And really only want to protect it and help it. Also, clues in that nature would be helpful.
Okay. Good to know. Katie, are you doing anything?
Katie is just kind of wandering around, very confused as to what has kind of just happened. Like, the last thing she knows is her friend has just ran off, one singing, one just running. So she's kind of just wondering, just very confused as to what's going on, but she can start to hear her friends kind of like singing and calling out. So she kind of try and make her way towards where she can hear that they are.
Okay. As you're doing so, you actually happen to notice a strange set of tracks. They almost look like if you've ever seen the hind paw print of a beaver, it's almost that, like with the toe placement, with having like 4 in the front and then like 1 way back, except it's really large. Like it's almost 2 feet in length, probably. It is a massive footprint. And it's kind of going the same way that you were, but after about 3 of them, they just disappear. And with that, the 2 of you that are singing, it reaches your ears first, Ash, but then it'll eventually reach Isla's. You just, you hear something eventually sing back to you. There's this, tries to go again. And keeps breaking off into just this hacking cough. And as a kind of like peer around the tree line to this clearing, there's this pond, this very small pond, and sitting on one of the rocks is this very aquatic looking humanoid with long black hair ending in this kind of blue ombre and a bright green tail that just flops over the side of the rock. Ash will see it first, and then Isla, as you're kind of hearing the same thing, kind of peer around as well.
Ash will first be distressed that someone dared to interrupt her solo. One of the few non-company songs from the musical. And then we'll just kind of keep singing the song at the mermaid. Because that's what that's what Ash thinks she is looking at, is a mermaid. So she just keeps continuing down the song and just sings at this beautiful person on a rock.
So do you get closer?
Oh yeah. But like aggressively singing at them, like, this is my solo.
Okay, as yeah, I mean, as you're going up, she just dives into the pond. She just like jumps a little bit at someone aggressively walking up to her and just goes away. At this point, the rest of you probably would have heard the commotion throughout the wood, and are probably trying to find the source of the sound.
I will walk up to the pond and be like, "Oh my god, good song!" Because I guess at this point she's missed the mermaid happening. If it dived in,
I would say like a couple seconds before like Ash started doing that, you were happening upon that tree line to the clearing and would have seen like at least a humanoid shape dive into the pond.
So sorry to interrupt really quick. Just pause. Did someone just dive into the pond?
There was a mermaid, I think. But they wanted to steal my spotlight, and I couldn't have it.
No,
but also,
the mermaids stole spotlights.
I mean, it's pretty easy to steal a spotlight in the moonlight.
You're
And
right.
I'll just go back to the first verse. start like singing the
Ariel
song
did
softly.
sing a lot.
She did.
Can I pluck a leaf off of a nearby tree and just kind of set it on the water, to, like float out like a little boat, and see if anything comes for it?
Jill will stick her head in the water and say hi.
Yes.
You know what? I love it. How about you roll me to make friends?
Can one of us be assisting the other?
Absolutely. I am
Yeah,
trying to
I'll
help
call
you.
that- yeah, I'll call that. Yeah, that leaf boat an assistant. Yeah, yeah.
I am not.
Our friendship.
How dare.
Luca, do you want to roll first?
Yes. 3 plus 5 is 8.
8. Okay. So
Guys.
you get a +1 to that roll. But you will do something embarrassing. You take -1 forward.
Okay, so I'm rolling with +1, so I got a +2 on this total. Which is good, because I rolled a 5, so that brings us up to a 7.
Hey, nice. Okay. That's good. So as Isla is putting this boat out, you start to see a couple ripples like coming more back to the surface. You stick your head in to say hi and realize that you are rapidly running out of air as you yell this. Get a little startled and just fall entirely into the pond.
Oh my god, Jill! I'm gonna splash awkwardly into the water and try and help her out of it.
Okay, through all of this commotion, yeah, you definitely managed to get Jill out. And as you're all like kind of like getting back like onto the shore, or at least where it's, you know, somewhat manageable to be waiting or something like that. In the silence, like waiting to hear if you get a response or something, you hear in a very raspy voice behind you, "Were you looking for me?" You turn around and just very calmly sitting on a rock behind you all, seemingly unnoticed to get there, is a mermaid right before your eyes.
I fall back into Katie's arms. Oh my god.
Oh god. She's like 4, just catch you. It's like, what?
Yeah, she's,
Again, it's just like, what is going on?
she's just kind of wringing her hair. What?
Hello.
Isla's
and
gonna just step forward in awe.
Can I get a sense of what the mood of this creature is? As part of the make friends move.
Yeah, part of the make friends. It seems rather both intimidated but also kind of intrigued by this mass approach of people. They didn't really appreciate everyone just kind of running in, but just kind of the attempt to make friends is kind of intriguing. There's also, based on the packing that you heard, you could probably surmise at this point that there's potentially something wrong.
Go ahead, Luke. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, like Isla's just like grinning, like like in awe, just slowly walking towards this creature, because I am trying to imagine how Luca would be in this moment, and I don't even know, like crying, like trying to hug it, like I don't know. Like, oh my god, oh my god. Hi, I'm Isla. What is your name?
Hi, my name's Moira.
Moira. Oh my god, just like in Peter Pan. It's like all connected. And she's gonna reach into her bag and like pull out from the little tin, like I'm sure there's like cold and cough medicine in there. And she's gonna hold it out. You sick?
Yeah, actually, It's have kind of a bad cold.
Would this help? I don't.
I'm not
One
sure.
time I had
What is that?
It's cough and cold medicine. I don't know if it'll help. I don't want to be insensitive, but one time I had a fish and my mom said I got sick and its scales got all slimy. And we weren't allowed to touch it. We had to clean the tank a whole bunch. But it did get better eventually. Is your pond dirty? And she's gonna extend the, cough and cold medicine.
Okay.
From Katie's arms, you just hear, don't accept drugs from strangers.
It's just medicine.
Oh, that killed me.
Remembering the last time that was said, Jill is like, and pulls out one of her Anzac cookies.
I would like you to roll to make friends.
Absolutely. I would like to use everybody's friend, my special move.
Ooh.
And I have a +1 to friendship. Where is that special move? Everybody's friend. Very charming. Make friends. You can add an additional +1 to your roll.
+1.
So 5 +1 for my friendship, +1 for my special move, so 7.
Okay. She very tentatively accepts the medicine, but just kind of looks at you, and is it just like a pill? Like what kind of cold medicine do you think?
It's the generic, like if you've ever gotten into your first aid kit at work kind of thing, like that's hanging on the wall in the break room. It's that like very generic cough and cold medicine .com, just very it's just a pill. It's probably acetaminophen and some other something in there.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, she takes the medicine, administers that kind of thing, and just says, maybe you're just a little too close still. Could you?
Oh, yeah.
A little. Thank you.
Is everything okay with your pond?
I think so. Nothing seems too different. It's been oddly cold here lately.
Cold, you say?
I do say.
Do we know
Jill,
anything
didn't you bring extra sweaters, Jill? Maybe.
Yeah.
Wait,
She pulls out
that
one
was
of her sweaters.
Daisy, right? Was
No,
it Jill?
Daisy's wearing their sweaters.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I have a sweater in my in my fanny pack, and she pulls out 2 sweaters, and I feel like one is like a logo of like Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, and the other is the Black Parade. It's just and hands over Bruce Springsteen.
Okay. It just kind of looks at it, doesn't really understand it at all, but yeah. Kind of looks at how you guys are wearing shirts and understands how to put it on and wear it, and as weird as a mermaid wearing a t-shirt looks is what you're seeing right now. Just says, thank you for helping. That was very nice of you all. I was a little intimidated at first,
I mean, I thought you were trying to take the spotlight. I'm sorry.
I mean, I just heard the singing and thought I would give it a try, but obviously I'm not too up to snuff yet. Not that great when I am up to snuff.
Do you sing better underwater?
About the same.
Do you sing better underwater? Isla will say to Ash.
No. I would choke and die.
Right. I mean, that's what I thought. I thought it was a weird question.
But they're a mermaid.
But she's speaking, like, does she have any gills?
You don't
I
notice
sing
gills
better
now.
underwater.
I mean, she's speaking up in the air. Maybe she's like a mammal mermaid. Like a porpoise mermaid. We always assumed they were fish in the stories, but maybe they're more like...
Are you whispering this?
Yeah, 100%.
This is kind of giving like a really strange look.
So sorry.
She's just so confused because you said a bunch of words that she does not understand. Science class is not for her. You're talking about like mammals and stuff like that. She's just like, she's a mermaid. Obviously, she like breathes and talks underwater. Like, just the way the world works.
Did you know that like sea lions and stuff can like sleep underwater?
Have you seen The Little Mermaid?
Well, yeah, but that like assumes a lot, and I don't know if you know, but like the Disney movie is not faithful to the story.
Cannot believe this.
Is
I'm
there
not
anything we can
sure.
do to help you?
Oh, right.
I'm not sure
I know that we gave you
little,
like cookies
not
and
sure
some...
this little mermaid you're talking about. I've never met one called that. That's
Her
She
name was
seems normal size
Ariel.
anyway. I wouldn't worry
Ariel.
about it.
Do you have like
Okay.
40 sisters? Because if not, then you might not know her.
I mean, I have 4, but not 40.
Definitely different region then.
You guys have helped a lot. The 2 of you have fantastic voices. I don't know. I just kind of felt like singing back.
Would you like to learn a song?
I mean, I don't know if my voice would be good enough, but maybe.
That's fine. We don't need to go with like a big number.
We could do, and she's gonna like think of the sweater. She's like, when I was a young boy, my father took me to the city to see a marching band. And she's gonna look at Ash like, he said, son, when you grow
I don't
up,
know this song. Is it what is it in?
it's the Black
What
Parade.
show is it in?
The radio.
Oh.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, shows. What kind of... Wait. Into the Woods. I know Into the Woods.
I love Into the Woods.
All right. What song?
What song?
Do you
The whole
want to sing
show
for the
is
mermaid?
songs. Every single word of that is a song.
Is there like a particular song you want to sing for the mermaid right now?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Into the Woods was the first show I worked on. I need to look up songs now.
One is alone.
We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as you stay happy, we'll stay happy too. No? No? Okay. Isla's just gonna cast about Lucas. Hey, careful the things you say. Children will listen.
Oh, yes.
Careful the things you do. Children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen.
Listen.
Children will
Ash is
look
completely
to you
impressed.
for which way to turn and learn what
So-
to be.
After a couple numbers, Moira starts to kind of join along and kind of harmonize as she can. She's not really picking up the words as well, but eventually, yeah, kind of joins you in a number. And after those are done, it's like, wow, wasn't it expecting a bunch of strangers to believe in me like that? Thank you.
Don't worry. Even if you're not the star, the ensemble always needs help.
I'll take that advice moving forward, I guess.
I'm just, you don't have to, like, if you're not feeling it, you don't have to be center stage all the time. It's okay. It's not for everyone.
Good to know. She's like, her hair is like almost completely dry at this point. Like kind of hanging out.
Does she
Uh,
seem in trouble because of the air? Like, who's right here? Is it Ash
Should
or
I be like
Isla?
making her drink water, or
Like,
should we be
is
just,
this like
I
Free
mean,
Willy
part
where
of
we
it-
need to be splashing
No,
her
part
with
of
water?
Her tail
Kind
is
of thing?
partially, like a good half of her tail has been in the water for this, and
Okay.
occasionally just been kind of flapping it up. It ends in this translucent U shape.
Okay. Well, if you want to learn more songs, I don't want to overwhelm you. We could come back another time.
I mean, there are. A fair
I also
amount
know
of,
all of Les Mis.
yeah.
Jill
fair
at
amount
this
of
point
campers
is
go
going
through.
to like stretch and yawn and say, "You know where any of us can, where we can like bed down for a minute? It's late."
I mean, you're not too far away from. You came from the camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're looking for the fairy forest.
Oh
We're,
well, honey, you're in
Where?
it.
it's it. Isla, it's just what the woods are called.
Oh. Oh. She's gonna look real sad.
It's okay. We met a mermaid.
No, yeah, you're right. 100% right. It was so wonderful meeting you, Moira. Do you, like, we can come back and make some, like, I'm also reading a book to a ghost, but I can absolutely, Ash, we can come back and, like, teach her all the plays. I only know a few, but you probably know more than me.
What if
This
we
would
had
be
the
like
ghost
the
and mermaid
role
be friends?
Of a lifetime? Well, we'd have to get the book out here. Does the ghost like to be out in the woods by a pond, though? We'd have to ask Petunia if that'd be all right with her.
Yes, consent is important.
Yeah. Because, like, otherwise we're just dragging her book around.
Yep.
Well, we could
I
ask
wonder
her.
if her
Moira,
book
would
gets
you
wet
like
if she gets
Petunia to
all-
come out?
Who's
Probably like
that?
ink blurring. Oh,
Moira, would
Petunia's
you
our
like to be-
ghost friend.
Yeah. Have you
She's
met a
very
ghost?
sweet.
Ghosts sing?
I wonder if she could.
I bet she could. I mean, she does everything else except like touch.
You just see Ash like just form it, like the light bulb goes off in her brain. She's just like, what if this is theater camp?
Big galaxy brain flight.
We could make it theater camp.
I love the offer. I probably should rest, though. Hopefully this.
Well, I'm sure that medicine will
Medicine
kick in soon and
will
you'll feel drowsy.
And it sounds like you guys wanted some sleep too. It's also very late. Listen, on your way back, just be careful. There's this really large thing walking around and tearing off tree branches.
That's just me.
Instead.
Oh, tree branches. I don't do that. I try to respect the forest, and she gestures at her sash.
Oh no, you are far less intimidating. It's this giant thing with these huge antlers. Like it almost looks like it's made out of bone. Entirely.
As Moira's saying this, Katie will kind of like. Katie's been sitting down. She's been resting while you guys have been singing and whatnot. So she's all rested. She kind of gets up and kind of thinks back to the footprints that she saw earlier on, and kind of says that, well, kind of thinks that could be kind of related.
Well, if that thing were anywhere near us, it would certainly have left some footprints. I didn't see any. It must not be here.
Oh
no. So, yeah. Earlier on, I found these footprints.
Well,
Jill, it's like you're a psychic.
what did Oh. What did they look like, Katie?
They were just big and like a big creature. I don't really know. Can I show you?
Yes?
That seems like it couldn't possibly go wrong.
You're so right. See? Yes,
But
this is a great
footprints
idea.
means something used to be there, so we probably won't run into it because it's somewhere else.
I mean, I'm pretty confident we're like
Oh no! God, you're freezing up again.
fine.
Uh-oh.
Basically nobody's
Jill, does this happen a lot?
The woods are weird.
When
Oh.
it gets overstimulated, sometimes this just
You
happens.
know what? That's smart.
Oh no.
Frozen. Crap. Well,
I'm scared.
Isla's just gonna eye Daisy as she kind of loses her train of thought a bit in the middle of a sentence. And then look over at Katie and be like, "Okay, lead the way."
So yeah, Katie will kind of turn around and kind of go back the way that she came, and kind of just try and find her way back to where she found these footprints from earlier.
Yeah, easily enough, you go back to the spot that you were, and like I said before, there are these, like, yeah, just 3 or so just isolated footprints that are, yeah, just about 2 feet in length, have 4 toes in the front, and then the last toe in the back. With these, like, kind of elongated, like, claw-like structures. And you kind of look around, and now that you've had more time to actually kind of not panic at being scattered, you see these massive claw marks in some of the bark of these trees, almost like a bear would do, but again, just much larger. And yeah, just kind of isolate around this one spot, and then it's just like nothing else happened after a certain point.
So I think if like other people want to investigate or something, like they should definitely feel free. But Daisy is gonna do the only thing that Z ever does and think if somebody has said anything around the campfire about this,
Okay.
because actually doing detective work sounds a bit too much like not reading a book. So that's I got a 9 for my total recall.
Okay.
So I want to know if there's any local stories about like a giant like bear but with a bunch of like antlers and bones or whatever.
AC also has a +2 from earlier in chat. I don't
Oh, I
know
didn't
if
think
you
about
saw
that,
that. So that could be a potentially 11, or you could save it.
No, yeah, I'll get it. I get a second question
Yeah, so
out
2
of it,
questions.
and
Okay.
I did not see because I don't have chat open because I don't want my internet to explode any more than it has been.
No worries. I just thought I would drop that.
Okay. So what is the
Appreciate it.
second question that you would like to ask as well, just so I kind of have that in my brain?
So yeah, I want to know what the local stories about this are, and then I want to know one fact that the stories get wrong.
Okay. So yeah, the local stories around something like this, you kind of go back and think about the descriptions that you've been given and what you see in front of you, and then kind of think back to the name of the camp that you're at, Camp Flying Moose, and kind of piece that together. And the local stories about this are most likely stories about Wendigos. As for the fact that the story gets wrong, you really think about it, and because it's so scant and most of this is speculation to begin with, the thing that you would maybe think isn't correct is the often like cannibalism aspect to it. As much as people like to be afraid of these kinds of things, there hasn't really been reports of like people getting killed by wendigos or people eating people, so it's probably wrong.
Okay. So I think that this is like maybe like a Wendigo, but not like any of the ones in any movie that you've ever seen. Not that. But yeah. Tall antlers.
Right. There's some myths that like Wendigos are lost hunters. I had a dream about something with antlers. I was worried that it was a Leshen. Wendigo's much better.
So
You think they'd like, and pulls out a cookie?
Anzac bar?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Who
everybody
doesn't?
likes them, right?
I mean, who doesn't like to get their nutrients? But have we had enough sleep for this?
No, you guys have not slept yet. It is still the middle of the
Isla's
night
just
in the
tilting on her
Like,
feet.
I-
She's like,
like, I
I'm
don't
ready to
remember-
go.
Like,
I'm so
don't
here
remember,
for this.
I don't remember when we went to sleep or when we woke up today.
It was
Good.
really
I
early.
need- My mom says I need to get 8 hours. And I don't wanna, if we have to get up early and I have to get 8 hours, I just don't, you see where I'm going? Like, I just don't, I think bed.
All right.
All right. Let's head back. And Jill will pick a direction at random.
Isla's following along, though she's gonna do like as fancy as she can manage a curtsy towards Moira.
Yeah, she goes all the way back and then just kind of disappears into the pond.
Oh, wait, Moira, come back.
Mm.
And I'll just
Guys,
stick
please
her
stop.
head under the
Just-
water. Ash just screams, come back!
She just has, her eyes just kind of peeking up out of the surface of the water.
I'm gonna leave this here. So this button is what you press play with. So that way I've got it all queued up. But you can listen to all of Into the Woods as much as you need to, over and over and over again. And figure out which character you like the most. Okay?
Okay.
Don't
sounds
take that
great.
in the water though.
Don't take this in the water, it will break. I'm
Okay,
just gonna
no,
leave
no,
it here on the beach. And she'll just like thunk it down on top of like a pile of rocks. Actually, no, she's gonna hang on. She's gonna take a moment while everyone's been talking about whatever this creature could possibly be. She is making a makeshift like radio stand. She's going to craft it and make like a nice stand that actually like amplifies the sound as
You know what?
she
Easy
leaves.
enough to do. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Easy enough to
you?
do.
Oh, yeah, easy.
I am so crafty. I am the craftiest, if you will.
All the time.
And just
I mean, yeah, if you can
Make
find
something
anything
really
that,
nice.
like,
While
vaguely
everyone else has
resembles a
been-
cuff, there you go.
Yep. Well, everyone else has been doing God knows what, trying to sort out this animal. I am working on my theater production. So that's
Well,
what.
okay, good to know. Thank you for the magical box that plays music.
You're welcome. Just try not to get it too wet. It's okay. It's waterproof up to 10 feet. But just try not to bring it in the water
Good to know.
because I don't know how long that lasts.
Thank you.
Just leaving their phone. Does not care. Wants this mermaid to be able to sing all of Into the Woods with them. The
Amazing.
important things of summer camp.
The important things is singing with mermaids, And as you turn away, she gives you kind of another tail flip as a goodbye and disappears into the pond.
All right.
So
Does
what's the
anybody
plan?
correct Jill's sense of direction?
It ain't
Daisy
me.
will tug on Jill's sleeve. It's like,
Excellent. Spins, goes.
I was just fully trusting you at this point that you were going the right way.
Easy enough. Like with the I trust Daisy as well to get the group back with your knowledge of just the local geography, the things there, the people there, easy enough. And yeah, you all make it back to Chipmunk Cabin. There are some frantic counselors running around camp that have not seen you yet. If you wish to sneak in, you can if you would like. That is entirely up to you guys, though.
I mean, I'm just following Jill, so...
Let's follow Jill back to camp, and hopefully we don't get lost in the woods. Yeah, as they start to walk through the woods, actually, Ash will begin the opening number for Into the Woods. As they go back into them.
Excellent. I don't think Jill is gonna do anything to try and avoid counselors.
Okay. I mean, yeah, they're gonna see you guys walking into or over to the cabin. They're just like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
no.
again.
It's again.
It's again.
And the just is, oh my god, you guys are safe. Never do that again. Basically.
You got it.
You guys get it. But yeah, I think this is actually a pretty good organic spot for a break. While we fix the monster that is Zoom again. And yeah, let's go and go to break and do that. Guys, we're back, and we're still fighting the battle of the real cryptid here, which is Zoom. But we will get there. We will get there. And speaking of, our campers have gotten back to camp. After getting a proper scolding from the camp counselors for disappearing for a large portion of the night, you guys are taken back to your cabin, and it is definitely time to sleep. But I did want to ask if there's anything you guys would like to do before going to bed.
Teeth.
Fair enough.
Take one of my sweaters off.
Also fair.
I don't think I'm even gonna brush my teeth. I think Isla has been running on adrenaline and just general mania, like excited about all the supernatural things that she's always just read about in books existing for real. And she's just gonna walk in, mumble a few incoherent words, and lay down and not move.
Very good.
Jill's gonna tuck her in.
Oh.
This is very good. This is very wholesome. Okay. As you all find sleep once again, another storm rolls in. This time you're watching the windows every once in a while if you are woken up by the sound of thunder. Nothing in the flashes, though. You swear at some portions of the night the thunder almost sounds like stomping somewhere, but it's hard to place because the storm seems to be all around the camp. But that's all that really happens during the sleep. You guys wake up the next morning pretty early, about the same time as homecoming. Maybe a little groggy from the amount of activity that you had yesterday and then running around last night. But easily enough, you walk out of your cabin and see that there's actually an interesting buzz to the camp. Like, people, there's just some type of whispering, some type of talk that just seems uncharacteristic to those of you that have been there longer. But yeah, there's like just kind of this residual energy that feels a little bit off.
Isla's gonna
Things
jolt
like to
awake.
do.
Isla's gonna jolt awake, just hair sticking out of her beanie, kind of just wildly. And she'll just kind of... Mermaid, we saw a mermaid! Saw a mermaid! Y'all, we saw a mermaid! Okay. She's gonna check her bag.
Moira seemed pretty cool.
Make sure she's got all her books and be like, Moira, that's right. We saw a mermaid. It was Moira. What's going on?
It's weird. Hey, Jill, you're friends with like everyone, right?
You think? Oh, I'd like to think so.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go see what's going on? Because I don't want to talk to anybody.
I don't know what questions to ask, but I will help as best I can.
What do you mean what's going on? Is there something happening? Is there another thing? Another creature?
Don't you feel it? And then Jill sticks out her hands. Camp is a buzz.
I think I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah, Jill, I think just during breakfast, Jill creates like a pyramid of the crappy sausages and like a pile of eggs, and then just like rolls around the whole cafeteria, just like eating out of like her plate on her hand and talking to everybody. Just being like, what's going on? There's a lot of excitement today.
Yeah, and you notice that, a lot of this buzz is actually around the kitchen and the dining hall, and there are all these people that are already like, didn't you hear? Like, a lot of the supplies are gone, or at least more than usual. We've only been here 2 days, and there are a lot of things gone.
I don't think I ate that much.
I love that Jill is the cryptid here. This is very good. Well, yeah, I mean, kind of apparently looked like a bunch of raccoons or something. But yeah, something definitely raided the kitchen.
What did they take?
Mostly sweets. A lot of sweets.
Sweets. Never touch the stuff. And I bring that information back to the rest of the group. It's somebody took all the sweets out of the kitchen and a bunch of other stuff apparently, and like it's all gone. And I don't like sweets, but I bet some of you like sweets. I don't know.
Isla's just eating a waffle, just like plain, like just ripping off pieces. Yeah, absolutely, 100% sugar is key. But I didn't raid the kitchen.
I mean, you all get what's happening, right?
Absolutely
Please?
not.
No.
Fill me in.
Yeah. Please explain.
I totally do, but why don't you explain it to me to prove that you do?
Team Shambo.
Okay, look. What did we learn last night after Moira?
That
The creepy thing in the woods.
mermaids- Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Now,
That's not a
Right.
lesson.
right, but is a
Wendigo!
right,
A lost
and
hunter or something.
and is not like in the movies.
They don't eat people.
Don't eat people.
Maybe they eat sweets.
That's really smart.
Do you think there's sweets left? What if we
And
tried to find them?
We could set a trap.
I don't know if there are sweets left, but and opening her fanny pack again. She reaches in and pulls out a handful of Anzac bars.
Dude, coconut is sweet. This will totally work. We just make a pile of those under a big fort of sticks. We'll weave together with twine, and then one of those big sticks, like in the middle, so that when they come in to get the Anzac bars, they knock over the stick and drop the whole thing on them.
You look over and you see Ash scribbling out, kind of like an idea for a trap. By the way, she is dressed in American Revolutionary gear right now, getting ready for the moment a Hamilton song is needed. And she is scribbling out a trap, and she's like, "All right, so this is what we do, guys." And then she has their cabin with a makeshift drawing of a pit and all of these very excruciating plans. No way they could possibly do them, but nonetheless, there's a moat being built around the cabin. There's traps on both sides just in case it crosses the moat. It's just very elaborate.
Okay, but what if we raid the candy station where they were building those candy houses and get a bag of Reese's Pieces, just like in that movie, E.T., and we lead a trail into our cabin?
You had me up to the into our cabin part.
Yeah, that
And
part.
then I'm not sure on that part.
They're still tall,
Maybe
bigger than
that's
Jill
why they
tall.
didn't come into our cabin, because they were too tall and they hit their head.
Aww. Okay, we'll build an extra large box then. Ash, can you do this?
I think we have enough popsicle sticks.
Shit. We can raid the supplies cabin.
Can we actually just spend our day building this outside of our cabin?
I mean, that's certainly something that you guys can attempt to do. As you're going to the supply shed to really find everything you need for this master plan, you actually see that there are more of these large footprints going to and from one of the supply sheds. On the door, it looks like more of these very large scratches, but it was probably just trying to open the door, you would imagine. One of the hinges is kind of off. And looking in, you would notice that out of the things missing, it's mostly fire starting supplies.
Well, fortunately, we
S'mores.
don't need those.
This means something.
A big campfire for a lot of s'mores.
Yes.
What if they're just having a s'mores party in the forest?
But they could burn Smokey the Bear.
Do you think it would be rude if we invited ourselves?
Nope.
We could bring snacks. BYOS.
Cue opening the fanny pack.
Exactly. So many Anzac bars. We will be the perfect guests.
All right. I'm ready. Let's go, gang. Let's go. May I say, besties?
You may! And she's gonna hold up the really subpar crafted bracelets and necklaces that she made for everyone and just be like, should we do like a Bessie circle with all of our awesome bracelets that I assume all of you are definitely wearing?
Wait, okay, now wait. Hang on. Do I? Hang on.
And Daisy will pull out like a little notebook out of her little bag with a little pen and just open up the page that says like friends list, and it's got like little bullets with little like X's after them for signatures. It's like, okay, I wanted to prove to my parents that I could make some friends this summer, so could you please sign and date?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's like little hearts above the Isla. She does like a little lowercase I and everything. And it's a big flourish signature with like a bunch of XOs after.
Never been on a date before, but sure. Signs.
I'll just grab the book and just write in like massive letters and just like, friends.
Yeah, and for Ashes, it's just very large, illegible scribbles. And it's, as she passes back, she's like, my signature.
Wow. That's amazing.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
However, we're gonna find that. I feel like we can follow the footprints, right?
You actually can follow these footprints further than those isolated ones in the woods, at least. It's a little harder, but now that you kind of know where to find them, you kind of get a beat. It's almost like, yeah, every couple of steps you'll lose it for a second and think, oh man, like I lost the trail. Then you find them again, another set, and it goes past Frog Lake and then to the base of Mount Upright. You know, this is a pretty tough hike even for the counselors, but I think you guys are probably determined. Are you guys gonna power through?
Chill, can you carry me maybe? My the last time I tried like on a rock climbing wall, I got up to the first one, like where you put your hand on it, and I fell.
Out of character, do you want to be scooped like a child or piggybacked?
I feel.
Go ahead.
No, you say what you're gonna say.
I was like, I feel like Jill would just like scoop your knees out from under you and carry you like that.
I think Daisy would just accept it. Like, you know what? Okay. Sure.
Okay.
You scooped.
So Jill with Daisy in tow, and the rest of you, I guess, begin to ascend the mountain hike. You are continuing to follow these footprints. They go in pretty much the same pattern, though after a while you start to notice that the spacing in between each individual footprint is getting even wider apart, almost as if around the camp it was doing some type of stealth or tiptoe around. There are, again, just massive scratches on some of these tree trunk a ways off the trail, though the wake of whatever this creature makes is like a game trail all its own. Pretty much. You notice every once in a while that there is, you know, just a tree limb missing here, a tree limb missing there, and it's a long hike. You guys probably are getting to late afternoon by the time that you're getting towards the top of this mountain. When you think you are getting to the end of these footprints, are getting fresher and fresher as you guys are ascending. You look up, whoever of you is first in the marching order looks up from looking down at these footprints and almost runs straight into just a massive fallen tree, just entirely blocking the way that you guys were going.
I would assume there's some kind of pile up because Isla's just following Jill, who's scared. Yeah.
If Jill is first, we all end up squishing Daisy.
Oh no.
You can put me down.
I'm big and strong, and this tree is in the way, so I do what big girl do best. I lift.
You gotta go for some adrenaline. All right, let's
Yeah.
go. Do
Even
it.
lift.
The answer is yes. I lift with an 8.
Oh, okay. All right. So, as you are lifting this tree, you like for a second you get so excited to show off what big girl do and forget a little bit to lift with your legs. Yeah, the counselor has to offer you a hard choice. You're not sure how long you can actually hold this tree up. The way it's going to seem is that you either split the group about 50-50 or it's everybody else on the other side and you're gonna have to put it down before you can get under.
Let's go with the second.
Okay.
Can I also be like, Ash, we need to craft some sort of rudimentary prop up this log like lever to help her lift.
I could attempt to do
Okay,
something like that.
We'll say that the split happens for the sake of narrative, but you guys can attempt to make a lever if you would like.
Yeah.
To help Jill get to the other side.
Heck yeah. Or like throw a rope over and just kind of like sit on it and let Jill climb the rope over the log to come and join us. Either way, part of me is scared of being on the other side of a fallen tree, lifting it up and like just hoping that the momentum doesn't take out Jill. But you know, my character's
it's
too
pretty
dumb for that.
precarious. This is USFS certified crosscut sawyer. This is very precarious. Yeah. If either of you wants to roll to create the perfect tool.
I will do so. Oh gosh, sorry, that die flew right out of my hands. That's a total
This is killing me.
of 5.
Wow.
I rolled 2 ones.
Have you already used your +2?
Uh-huh. And an advantage. So,
I think
you
Jill's
know,
just like, gang, I'll go around. I'll just go around.
and I'm just sitting there like, no!
I will say that you do end up breaking that rope under the it's just the sheer weight and tension of that tree. You're not really sure how Jill was able to pick that up with the fact that that rope just snapped like that.
Yeah, as I'm like trying to like maneuver this, like the words of Hamilton are just coming out of my mouth. I'm just like my country, young, raspy, hungry. Really big emphasis on hungry. I'm not throwing away my shot, and then the rope breaks, and I'm just like,
Oh no.
I recognize that I'm not Alexander Hamilton. I am probably the Burr of this story.
Oof.
Oof.
Isla's
think
just gonna
you're
come
at
over and
least an
pat her on the back.
Angelica or Eliza.
It's okay, sir.
Oh, my robe.
How wide is this tree? Can like Isla kind of walk down to the edge to try and meet Jill?
It goes down quite a way, and as you're kind of looking down towards it, like there's almost like this pileup of just groups of fallen branches and trees on just either side. This fallen tree just took a lot down on its way. You could try to go through either side, either the roots that rather large and have taken out a lot of the soil. You're not entirely sure how stable that is, or the kind of pile on trees with the wake of
friends.
the fallen one.
Jill is walking towards the roots, but like I'm honestly happy as anything to have y'all continue on following these tracks, and I will just show up when it's convenient.
These tracks were looking pretty fresh though. And Isla's gonna look at her friends and say, "Friends, I have a really crazy idea."
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Okay, are you ready? I think we should get help. And she's gonna just call out, because again, her special moves are I'm not afraid of no ghost and everybody's friend. And she's just gonna call out, "Help! Help! There's a girl with a fanny pack full of sweet, sweet cookies trapped on the other side of this log!"
I love noise gates
I
so
love the
much.
noise gates so much. It's so good.
Wait, I will change it just for you guys, just temporarily. Okay, ready? We're gonna do this again. She's gonna say, "Help! Help! There's a girl with a fanny pack full of sweet, sweet cookies trapped on the other side of this log!" And then she's gonna sort of stop and listen.
Okay. A few moments pass. You're just waiting in the quiet of the wood. Every once in a while, you'll hear a little bird call or pecking of a woodpecker.
I don't think it worked, guys. Sorry. It was a silly idea. Jill, you're gonna have to just walk around, I guess.
And right when you turn around to leave, you just hear the thunk, thunk, thunk of just these large footsteps. Then all of a sudden, it'll just stop. It'll start again. Thunk, thunk, thunk. They'll become very quiet again. This goes on for about 2 to 5 minutes, until you hear this subtle like cracking of the branches above you when you look up and see a massive figure just staring at all of you from above.
Hello up there!
Could you help us with this log?
It descends from the trees, and as it hits the ground, shakes the ground a little bit, but not as much as you would have expected. It gets right up in the kind of just like right up in almost the personal space of the larger group, just towering over all of you. It says, "Go away. Why should I help?"
We brought cookies, and I have Reese's Pieces.
Roll to make friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I use my special move, Everybody's Friend?
Absolutely.
Can I assist by like holding up the cookies as high as I can? on the
Four,
other side?
four,
Sure.
2 4s.
I'm down.
I got an 8, so +1 friendship and +1 to Everybody's Friend.
Actually, you get a +2 on top of that, because I have the ability.
So
to
a 10
max
plus 2,
friendship.
so
You do.
12. 12.
Well,
think
that is a
I rolled an
success.
8, so I think I do something embarrassing.
Oh, you rolled an 8? Yeah. Yeah, -1 forward to interacting with this creature. But yeah, as you're just kind of like holding up the cookies, your hand slips and you just kind of drop them everywhere. I'm not sure if they're in a wrapper or not, but they're just kind of on the ground now.
So Anzacs are all like homemade. They're not like a Mars bar or anything. So I imagine they're all wrapped in like just like cellophane.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, nothing wrong with some trail spice. That's what we call dirt on backpacking. I don't know if you ever heard that, but yeah. But yeah, it just kind of hesitates as you hold up the snacks. It looks like very keenly at you, and then the food, back at you, then the food, just like very carefully, just kind of like takes out his hand and takes some of the Reese's Pieces out, begins to munch them, and it's really strange to see a creature with such large claws to be eating these tiny little candies, but he manages to do so pretty delicately. Says, "Why are you here?"
Well, 'cause we figured it was you that took the supplies, and we wanted to come see if you needed help.
Oh, I took all of it. Yeah, it's mostly set up over there. Like he points up the trail. You can't see what's up there. Probably, yeah, his viewpoint's just a little further than you guys's. This says I was just gonna, make some s'mores by myself.
Oh, you can't make it by yourself. We will come and help you. We brought our snacks.
And you can put the s'more stuff in between instead of graham crackers.
Oh my god. And also mechanically, if you do want to ask 2 questions of this creature, you can, out of the list.
Let me find the list. I would love to ask, what is your name?
I don't have a name.
What do you want to be your name?
I don't know.
Anyone got any good ideas for a name? What?
Bob.
What about Bob? Oh my god, I heard it as soon as I said it. Did not mean. But okay.
Okay.
Bob, is there anything we can do to help you?
Well, I only took the stuff because, I don't know, I was alone because everyone's scared because I don't know, they said that, I eat people, but I just eat people food,
Don't
They
we
wouldn't
all?
let me
Not
finish my
scared.
sentence.
We're not scared.
Yeah.
Isla's gonna reach up like she's reaching out to hold his hand.
He'll hand out like a singular claw because that's about like what your hand can hold, honestly.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the little kid holding their mom's hand where they're just like holding onto a single finger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you want to go back to the camp and have s'mores there with everyone? Millie tells really good stories at night.
Oh, I don't know. I might scare everybody.
We
Nah.
can have plenty of fun up here too.
If you're shy, that's fine too. But if you're wanting company, there's a whole group of girls down there that like telling stories and know how to make a mean s'more.
I don't know. Maybe later.
We'll
this
work up
summer.
to it. We got all camp.
Okay. He
And
just
then
kind of
in a-
trudges up towards the makeshift campsite.
Yeah, she's just holding his hand, trying to come along. I'm sure she's like kind of half being
I was
carried.
about to say something. What is the point of order?
We we do need like at least some of the marshmallows and fire though.
Okay.
And then before Bob wanders off, I in a loud stage whisper, Daisy used to be shy too, but now we're all her friend.
Oh, right. You're there. He just kind of like picks Jill up to move her to the other side of the tree. And now everyone's together. Because he entirely forgot.
Jill looks at Daisy and is like, it is nice being carried.
Especially while the creature Bob picks up Jill, Ash is like sinking further and further away and like looks over to Katie at one point and goes, "Oh my god. Okay. Mermaids are real. This giant's real. Okay. And like very much like looking for someone to validate like what's actually happening
Yeah.
because pure fear.
I'm just kind of like there, like I can see it too.
If I wasn't so dehydrated, I probably would have peed.
Oh no.
And then at this point, I like kind of grab at Ash's arm and be like, "It's okay. I'm sure it's fine."
Does this mean we're not gonna get s'mores? Or are we getting s'mores because we're eating with a giant?
Yeah. I think we're eating with the giant.
Which, as everyone else is kind of like starting to walk, like he kind of notices the two of you that are just kind of there, and he's like, I'm sorry if I was scary.
I mean, Jill scared us when we first met her. She is also part giant.
But we are friends now.
We are friends. It's in a notebook.
We will sign.
Come on, slowpokes.
I'm not slow. I'm determined.
Well, yeah. You all, in one way or another, eventually get to this cave that he had just kind of set up for himself, and the other's this like surprisingly well built like firewood pile to make s'mores. Like he surprised based on his dexterity that he was able to construct all of this. But yeah, he just kind of lumbers over and sits by the firewood to start a fire and make some s'mores.
Ash, he can craft like you. I'm absolutely making s'mores and adding in little Reese's Pieces to the s'mores.
Hmm.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Daisy will eventually make s'mores, but first, very crucially, Z will hold out the notebook to Bob and just kind of hope that he knows how to hold a pencil.
Uh, you give this to him, and like he just kind of like holds it, like doesn't really know how to read or write like human language, so he just kind of like does like a little like scribble with like his claw, kind of, and just like makes. It kind of looks like a name. It kind of looks like someone wrote something if you squint your eyes and turn your head sideways. Gives the same.
Yeah, and and then Daisy in the notebook will just write a little in parentheses, Bob, and then date it for him.
But yeah, into the night, you guys make your s'mores and have befriended this Wendigo that was perhaps just a little misunderstood. You make it back to camp whenever, whether you spend the night over at Bob's or you go back, entirely up to you. In either case, the counselors are still having panic attacks over children that are gone.
All right. We're the worst camper.
2 days in a row.
There may or may not be some cost parents, but it's fine.
Daisy definitely takes the fall again. It's like is Jill a senior in high school? I forget.
I feel like she's somewhere between sophomore and senior. So yeah, sure.
Sure, because I figure like Daisy's just like it's our last year at camp. It's their first. Sorry.
If Jill can hear the call to her mom's, like there's just like a lot of congratulatory noises when she explains the situation.
Yeah, and Daisy will be very excited to tell your parents that Z made 5 friends. 5. That's so many.
Oh man.
Yeah, the conversation with Ash's parents. They can't really ground me. I'm at camp, and they're not wanting to be responsible for me for the next few weeks, so they're just like, well, it is what it is. They are very, like, they talk sternly, but then the second she starts, like, quoting one of their favorite musicals at them, they're like, it's fine.
That's all it takes.
Yep. We're a theater family. We're dramatic as hell.
Isla's parents very much like when they get the call, it's very much like, yeah, she'll turn up in a few days. She probably just made some new friends. Completely unfazed, like this sort of thing. Like, Isla's very much I got distracted by something shiny and I'm gonna wander off into the woods for a little while, but I'll be back and these are my new friends and they're staying the night, okay? Great. Kind of child.
What do you think? What do you think Katie's parents' reaction would be like?
I mean, I think Katie's parents probably don't even answer the phone at first. Like, they're happy that Katie's gone to camp. Like, they don't want to. They're like, she'll be fine. We trust her. Like, she's gonna be good.
They're on a cruise somewhere.
Yeah, like they're gone. Like they're off. They're having a good time. They don't want to know what Katie's up to right now. They have full trust.
This is very good.
She's gonna be in such big trouble when they finally answer the phone.
Well, yeah. After the crazy events that were the first 2 days of camp, um, everything else, despite still being supernatural, doesn't seem nearly as crazy. You make some uh, fantastical or mythological friends along the way, and finish out an awesome summer. And that is where we're gonna end tonight's adventure, guys.
Can the
Hooray!
summer end with Into the Woods being the show played in the amphitheater? And then like all the different cast members are different people that they've met along the way, with Ash in particular being the witch, because
Well,
that's her brand and she would want to be the witch.
And Bob playing the giant.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God.
Oh!
Absolutely. Bob plays the giant. And every once in a while, occasionally, you'll just see kind of darting through the performance, adding ambiance whenever possible, a small fox that sometimes accompanies the proprietor of the camp. And yeah, 'twas a rockin' summer, guys.
Heck yeah.
Awesome summer.
Woo.
If
Oh,
I
yeah.
meet any sort of small fairy creatures, I'm gonna try and sneak them home, convince them that they definitely want to come home in my backpack with me for the school year. I don't know if I'll be successful, but I'm gonna try.
If Jill ever sees you doing that, what she says is, "Hey, take only pictures, leave only footprints," and then does a selfie with you on like a disposable camera.
Fine.
Credit sequence is just developed photos.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, yeah. If y'all in chat want to stick around, we were going to do a decompression session after the adventure. I'm not sure if we want to do a break before that or if we're just good to go now. What do you guys think?
I mean,
I'm good.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's help Lauren get to bed before 5 a.m.
It's
right.
past 5. It's
Oh
past
shit,
5.
I don't know time.
Okay. we'll do quick
You're gonna get
decompression.
3 hours of sleep
Yeah.
before your friends come over.
Fine. Power for.
Just a quick check-in. How's everyone feeling? What'd you think? I had a fun time.
I want more fluffy RPGs like this. That was great.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun despite all the problems on my end.
That's
Despite
just streaming,
technology.
though.
That's just streaming.
That's just streaming.
What is
I
a
was saying during
perfect
the
stream?
break that my face hurts from smiling at all the goofs.
Yeah.
Your hijinks. This was very good. Oh man. But yeah, what did you guys think about the system or like making your characters or like I don't know, what was the feel?
I came in
mean-
Oh, go ahead.
No, you can go.
I was gonna say I came in expecting like kind of Gravity Falls / Hilda, and I feel like I got exactly that. Where like like we're absolutely just making friends with the creatures, rather than like being scared of them. And I'm that's way more fun in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the vibe of it. But I like actually like mechanically that it's like set up for like little self-contained things. Like there's no bothering about like progression mechanics or anything. It's just like you make your camper and you have a fun time one evening with your friends, and that's the game. Like actually, I like that construction.
Yeah. And the freedom kind of as well, like to do whatever you want really is nice.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
those of all of you that have not seen the book for this, the subtitle of Camp Flying Moose is camp flying moose for girls of all kinds, and I think just the character creation for that really reflects it too. It's like there's not specific playbooks or anything that you necessarily have to like fit into. Like there's not really a box that you have to check. You just kind of pick your special moves, you pick your stat block, and you just go. Which is, yeah, I really like that. I thought that was super duper unique.
Mm.
Yeah, it's interesting because I when I initially looked at the rules, like I've read quite a few PBTA games, and like I was struck by how little comparatively there is in this game, like text wise. The whole PDF is like just over 30 pages.
Mm-hmm.
And it really doesn't need anything more than what's there to be a really great time. And I think that's really wonderful, because there's been talk floating around in the RPG sphere over the last week about like, a game is worth X amount of thing per page, and it's like, no, like this game is great. I'd pay $20 for an experience like this easily.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
more.
believe this was 10. Like, I'm pretty sure this was 10.
Easy.
If I'm not mistaken. I'll have to get the link for that and put that in chat for sure. But yeah, really not expensive. There is lore built into the book. I don't know if you guys went into the back of the book at all, but just the areas around the camp exist in the book. Like, those are things that, like, I just had to draw from, add kind of my own little things afterward, but all of the basic stuff is already baked in, which is super duper helpful for putting an adventure together. Like there are actually some adventures pre-written for like things about dealing with a werewolf, or I forget some of the other ones. So yeah, like yeah, there's a chupacabra in there as well. There are pre-made adventures, and then a list of cryptids in the back that you could also do, which was where I got the idea for a Wendigo, because I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna use that. Like, why would I not? So yeah, just yeah, really, really good book put together. Oh, you guys found the link. Thank you. Oh, it's on sale. Oh my gosh, it's on sale, guys. You should get it for sure.
Buy it, but then be extra good.
Pay more than is being asked.
If you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can.
Alicia's very cool. Like the creator, the writer of this game, super duper cool. Like you should definitely go check her out. Check out her games. Follow her on Twitter because she's amazing.
So, like, one of the things I do on road trips with friends is I do kind of a diceless, no combat, just kind of choose your own adventure RPG. Kind of like where, like, it's just like we're driving. It's like one person will just start like, okay, you're in your office at work. You look around. There's a strange sound coming from down the hallway. Like, what do you do? You know, and it's just like we kind of go from there. And it's just kind of fun playing, but like there's no rules or whatever. And I feel like this is something that like I could legit just take camping and like pick up and like with all my girlfriends like play on the spot. And it's just very much that vibe.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think there is a wonderful, wonderful world of like quick and easy indie RPGs out there in the vast ocean of itch. And I think Camp Flying Moose is like a really good example of like how you can get a lot with a little. Everything in the book, from its presentation to the tone of some of the copywriting in it, to just like the mechanics, it is just built for like a fun little like summer adventure. It's great.
Shout out to the art again really quick, because the art
the art's so cute.
It's really cute.
It's very good. And yeah, just the way it reads is very approachable as well. Like that's something that I really like when I read RPGs. Like the language doesn't bog you down. You just can read everything and understand everything very easily, which I admire a lot in books that do this. Because learning games for me can be very hard. So this was very easy to pick up, which I appreciated a lot.
Who did anyone use anything to like base their characters on? Like, how much of yourself did you put in your characters? I'm always curious about this.
I know for me, I consciously decided, what if I just play someone who isn't me? Like, what if I play, like, like mousy and extremely feeble, and instead of being incapable of shutting up, instead always being quiet. Yeah, no, I think that was kind of, I just thought it would be like fun to be like, okay, let's just not be me.
I put a little bit of me in. I was always at science camp growing up. So when I was like, I'm more of an indoor camp person, like I was an indoor camp person. I was at the science museum for weeks on end and stuff like that. And it was like, my parents were very much into being like, you're gonna go into STEM. And then I got to high school and was like, I love theater, surprise. And so then the summers became more about me working at the high school theater and stuff like that, and me being in marching band and all the music bullshit. And so all of my camp experiences once I got older turned into definite indoor kids as I was at band camp. The only camp that was outdoors was marching band. And that's kind of outdoors. You go march around a field, and then you go back inside to play music for hours on end. So
Yeah.
definitely that little nerd kid definitely didn't want to be outside because I also have allergies.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, I don't know if I feel like in America the camp, like summer camps, are quite a big thing for you guys, whereas in the UK, I don't think they are. Like we don't really get them at all, and if we do, they're not just heard of. They're not really heard of. So I kind of base my character on what I'd want to be if I was at going to a summer camp. So I'd like to be someone that would be quite adventurous and would go out and try things and do things. I feel like I kind of held back a little bit, but yeah, I feel like compared to like the UK and America, we don't really get summer camps at all. So I kind of felt like what I would want to do.
I'm gonna go off for a minute. Um, I have so many thoughts. So I kind of split the difference between myself and somebody who is completely different from me. I wasn't the big strong kid, but I did go to summer camp for like years and years and years, and eventually became a camp counselor. And so I kind of just wanted to give off the energy of like the best kid to work with at camp. And I have so many thoughts. Among them, like I worked at the camp that I worked at. Got people from all over, like from inside and outside the United States, and we had a lot of counselors who would come and work at our camp from the UK, who like I'm still friends with, and like I just always found summer camp such like a cool and magical and life-changing place. So I wanted to bring all of like the positive energy that I have for camp as myself in my character, and just try to bring all that good welcoming energy.
Absolutely. And oh my gosh, all of you absolutely delivered at what you were trying to do. Like I could feel it. Like, oh my gosh, if we're talking about inspiration, the thing that I took inspiration from to tell Millie's story was, I don't know if you guys have read The Cremation of Sam McGee, but it is a famous poem that like I was also referencing in the library of a person going on an expedition in the North Pole and had to cremate the remains of his partner, or not partner, but someone that he was working with in the mines. Um, that was the first ghost story ever read to me around a campfire, and I was like, you know, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna make it kind of our own thing here, but uh, yeah, that was a large point that I wanted to put somewhere in the center of this adventure.
It reminded me of the Mrs. Snapperly moment from the Tiffany Aching books in Discworld, where there was that old woman who had no teeth and quite a large oven, and so when a local boy went missing, of course, mob mentality, you know, took over and things went poorly. But it was very much like that moment for me where it just reminded me a lot of what your little rhyme was.
So I think now's the part where you have to answer your own question, Luca.
Ooh,
Oh.
yeah.
I split the difference too. So part of this was very much taking inspiration from Hilda and like Mabel from Gravity Falls, where it's just like there's the like everyone's my friend of Hilda, where it's like the heart of like, why is this creature out here? Like, you know, let's help them. And like the Mabel excitement of like, oh my god, a mermaid, let's braid each other's hair and sing songs. And then part of it was just me where like, I absolutely as a kid had the backpack where it's like, yes, I'm packing an emergency kit in case any of us falls and scrapes our knees, but also like 15 books, and I will absolutely try and read them to people. And share all my favorite stories from them, and just get very excited about like going through the forest. Like walking through a forest at night is not a fear that I have as a person. It's more like this is just like in one of the books, like at any second a fey creature could pop out and we would become best friends. So it's just very much that. So I kind of split the difference a little bit and tried to do me as like a middle schooler, you know, before the jadedness trying to be cool with high school set in.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And a comment from Purple in chat. The story reminded me of Mother Shipton's cave. I'm not familiar with that.
That sounds really familiar. Why does that sound familiar?
It does not ring a bell for me. I'll have to check it out though.
But I guess to amend my answer to the question earlier, I do think like I guess it's the opposite. I was trying to play Daisy is like the opposite of who I am now, but I was very much like the small, sickly, quiet kid when I was young. Also, y'all, I've never been to a summer camp.
See, I've never
fit
been to a
right in.
classic summer camp. I've only been to girls' camp that was organized by my cult that I grew up in. So it was a very different vibe.
I know that camp. I went to it one year too. Because I have friends in that same cult.
See, I have been. To
We
camp.
invite all.
I have been to camp technically, but not the like. It was the camp that I went to was still at a traditional summer camp where you know you're doing the typical things. But I was largely part of the herpetology group there. I went to herpetology camp. Like this isn't a shocker for me. Like I have a
Herpetology?
biology.
What does that
degree.
mean? What is
Herpetology.
herpetology?
Herpetology is the study of reptiles and amphibians. So
Oh.
fun stuff. We did all kinds of cool stuff with snakes and turtles and frogs and all that. And that's why I know a lot about them. But yeah, it took place at a regular summer camp. So we had that in addition to all the field stuff that we were doing as well. And so, yeah, I was really trying to envision some of that while planning this as well. And yeah.
One of the things that rings so true about these rules and like the whole setup of the game for me is like camp feeling like a really safe place to be and discover yourself. Like for me, and I know a lot of people who went to my camp, like there's a section in the safety rules about like camp flying moves being for all teens who identify as girls, regardless of how they got there, and also like explicitly creating space for queerness in characters. And for me at summer camp, it was one of the first places where like I felt really comfortable being like out as a queer trans person. So much so that like before I was out in the real world, I was out to literally everybody at my summer camp, which I don't know, Camp Flying Moose just like brings a lot of positive feelings from that home to roost.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the central message of it. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to get the Coven in this now. Like, immediately. This is the next game we're playing. I don't care when we're playing it. It's the next game we're going to play it. Because, yeah, the message is just so good. And, like, that's something that I really wanted to drive home with the NPCs a lot of the time. Like, the cryptids that you guys were helping, you know, they would ask, like, you know, why are you here? Like, why are you helping? It's because Camp Flying Moose is for everyone, all girls of all kinds. Like, that's what it is. And yeah, like, you could definitely see that in all the actions of the party. Like, y'all did like just so good, just chef's kiss.
Right back at you though. Heck, I mean,
Yeah.
like every time you're like, we're running another Coven event, it's like, yes, sign me up. Like you get the assignment. Like every Coven thing, it's just been like, I don't like whatever road this is on. I know we'll end up in a great place because like Heck's driving the car. So every time.
Thank you. I'm just gonna cry on stream. It's fine.
That's fine. You'll be fine. I do it all the
Just
time.
cry. Just cry. Just cry. I was really hoping, like, in my heart, I know that Katie made the right choice by going back and helping that person up, but if it was me at summer camp and I was racing somebody, I would have left their ass in the grass. I do that when I'm, like, competing with people at CrossFit. Like, I watch them fall off a box jump, and I'm like, fuck you, this means I get to pass. It's a normal class.
I was
So,
a
like,
tough
when
decision.
Katie was just like, I'll go back and help, I was like, yes, happy campers. Not letting our real world competitive like bullshit get in the way. And I was just like, that feels more like camp though, because when I think of all my camp experiences, it was always about helping the person next to you and like being there for anyone. Like it was never just like I definitely know that, especially with band camps, like you get stuck in your section at all the time, but the best part of the day was when you got to be with everyone. And it just made my heart super happy that like you went back, because as an adult I'm just hyper competitive all the time. And then I remember I'm like, that's not what made you happy though. And I think we all forget that, especially as we grow older and we get kind of like stuck in the grind of things that we just need. I miss summer camp. I want to go to adult summer camp. I know that there's a place for it now, like that's an active thing. And I was actively like thinking about going and doing that, and this just made my heart want to do that even more. I was like, I want to go back to camp. I want to go do stupid things. I want to wander in the woods with friends. I'm so sick of 9 to 5 bullshit. I want to go find a giant in the woods.
It's so relatable. I want to go out to the wilderness.
One of those things about summer camp is always like, people will talk about like camp magic from whatever summer camp they came from, right? And like it is just like it's totally culturally different from living in the United States. like you said, like you're gonna help somebody up when they fall down during a race because like you're not gonna let them hobble their way to the finish line. That's just not cool. People
No,
are
and if you
adventurous.
do,
People are
like-
more themselves.
Yep. I feel like camp brings out like a different level of kindness in people because you're all experiencing something together. Whereas like we get so caught up in like what we're individually doing on the day to day. Whereas like when we're at camp, it's like we're all going through this mutual experience. And like we're responsible for making it better for each other.
I think
Yeah.
it sounds like a place where you're going to relate to people the most and make friends and all be in the same kind of boat. So it's just like making the most of it and kind of being the kind person and making friends is like the best way forward. And that's how you have a good time. So I wish I did summer camp. Who knows? I might up and leave. I might come and head over your
Yeah.
way.
Come hang
Listen,
out with us
we'll
and we'll just go to
have
summer camp.
So we'll go
TPK
camping.
summer camp. It'll be a thing once.
I'll book my flights.
Once everyone's vaccinated, we'll have real summer camp. I know. Oh, I know exactly where to have it. There's a place in the Redwoods on the coast of California where they have like cabins with that thick old brown paint, like on the wood, but like the insides are kind of really nice. It's beautiful.
Perfect.
We will go.
I'll book
Hell
it.
yeah. I'll pick
Also
up
just
some of the
gonna shout it out.
Midwesterners.
Let's go.
Y'all can come out to the West Coast. It's the best
You
place
heard it
on
here,
earth.
folks. So we're going camping at some point.
All right, Midwest van. Get ready.
Let's go.
Post man.
I'm
We're
gonna
heading
drive,
west.
because otherwise I'll throw up.
Oh man. Well, if there are no other questions or comments about the game or anything, I think this is a pretty good spot to do our sign-offs around the horn. If that's cool with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the horn still how it was at the beginning of the stream? Like I said, I haven't had it open because I don't want the internet to be worse.
Yeah.
Got
Let's do the
Vermin,
same, yeah.
Con, Luca, Laura, and
Okay.
me.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Because my stream was still stuck on an intermission.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vermin, you're up first.
Hey everybody, I'm Legendary Vermin, but you can call me Vermin. You can find me at Legendary Vermin on Twitter, legendary-vermin on itch.io. I am streaming. I'm streaming here again with the Top Shelf next month, continuing our Resident Evil themed game of The Company, which has been a really great time so far. Stuff you can find from me right now. Oh, I'm doing a game jam on itch right now, based on the Apple versus Epic trial, called the Offensive and Sexualized Jam, where people are submitting games that could not be talked about in court. Mostly it's just games about sex, which is great. We need more sex positivity in games. Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm Mixtures Con. You just call me Con. It's fine. I'm at Fight W Feelings on Twitter. I don't have any games published yet, but I'm publishing a micro game this month about making up tall tales about your neighbors with your friends, called My Neighbor is a Vampire. And I worked on Dungeon Bitches, which got streamed here a while back. That's coming out in September. And then my supplement, The Crooked Mile, which is like horror trudge through the mid-90s in the Midwest, themed around like punk music and with all of the gross horrible energy of all of the scariest shit David Lynch has done. It'll be a great fun time. That's my pitch.
Hi, I'm Luke Locke, and I played Isla tonight. And this was my last stream of this weekend, but I am back playing my very manic, slightly broken Fade in Atrium of Aquarius, our Altered Carbon based campaign on Monday, and then I'm running Harper's, our rotating one-shot campaign on Tuesday, and then I get to be in Roundhouse finally for the premiere of Omega on the 17th, and then it's Dark Echoes after that on the 22nd, and it just keeps going round and round like that. You can find me here on TPK Roleplay. I used to stream on my own channel, but who wants video games when you can pretend in your mind? So you can find me here on TPK Roleplay basically all the time now. Over to Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. Lauren Robin on Twitch, Twitter, all of that. I do stream occasionally on my Twitch channel. Not as much now. The UK is opening up again, so work is now a thing. So I'm not as around as much anymore, but I will be occasionally on my own Twitch, and I am back on TPK at the end of the month, I believe, next. I'm getting a nod from Condog, so I think I got that right. So yeah, at the end of May, I'm back on TPK. But that's all I got planned for now. But it's been fun. So, yeah.
All right, that leaves it to me, Corn Dog. I am here during module week on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then I was here for this today. And then I'll be back here again on Thursday for Sherlock Investigations. It's a vacation episode. So, that means I don't know what that means.
Bring your Victorian swimwear.
Well, we're going to the circus for our vacation. So,
Well, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
after being in Velaki a few months ago in Strahd, I don't want to fuck around with the circus right now. I'm not. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be fun. But as Lauren was saying, we will actually be here for a one-shot on the afternoon of Memorial Day, because I know no one has plans then. So instead, come hang out with us here at TPK Roleplay, where we will be playing a one-shot, once again going back into some woods. The Never-Ending Forest, I believe, is the title of the episode.
Yes.
I'm going to be playing a fairy barbarian, so I'm going to just fuck up the woods real quick. Or at least people within them. So come hang out with us. We'll be here.
This is very good. And that leaves me, Sir Heckalot. I was your camp counselor for tonight. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram in our lovely Discord at Sir Heckalot. In terms of what I will be in next, you will actually see me tomorrow for Total Party Recap along with Kohlrabi and Turk. We're going to talk about all the amazing stuff that happened this past week, and then look to the future. In terms of the future, I will be in Harper's this week, and then nothing until Saturday and Sunday when I am back on with Neon Lights Roleplay, playing D&D, and then Only War on that following Sunday. So yeah, definitely come check it out. It's a good time. We use guns and stuff.
I forgot one thing that we're both in for Neon Lights Roleplay. On May 17th, we're going to be in a Digimon adventure.
We are. It's gonna
Oh
be
my god.
We're going to be playing some Digimon together.
I'm a Digimon.
I am also a Digimon.
Oh,
I am
nice.
not Digidestined.
It's fine. Everything's fine. But please pray for me, because I will tomorrow be taking my second dose of the vaccine, and hopefully will not die in the process of doing streams this week too.
If it
Just
makes you feel
prop
any
up your
better-
body for TPR.
Yep. It'll
if
be
it
fine.
makes you feel any better, I had Moderna and my second dose did nothing to me.
Okay. I'm also
Yeah,
Moderna,
I just took
so
naps.
maybe.
I also had
We'll see.
Moderna and just took naps. It was nice. It was great.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that is all I am in the near future. And again, follow me those handles if you want to check out more of what I do. But with that, I think we are ready to sign off and say goodbye, everybody. Thanks for staying up with us and going on this adventure with us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.